the last 3 conversations we had.
All right. Hello, people. Welcome back to episode 4, as I have been informed by my fellow cohorts of Pixelated Perception. These cohorts are Rodney.
Hello there.
Lerone.
What's up?
And Denzel.
You know we back, man. It took a while, but we back. You know, the pack is always gonna be here. Don't worry about it, man.
Very special intro.
One thing about you always consistent. Gotta respect it.
It's true. He's a crazy man. So the start, we have had many things occur. Too many things. Video games are here, and they are loud and proud. But before we get into the cool new stuff, let's talk about the old and busted with the OG old and busted himself. What you been playing, Rodney?
Yes, sir. Rodney busted back at it again.
Yes, sir. Rodney busted.
Hey, stop all of that, like, immediately, alright?
Nah, dude.
That's not a thing. Anyway, as usual, I've been dabbling in like 4 or 5 games at a time. So we got Diablo. We got the mainstay Final Fantasy 14, of course.
Never leaving.
Yeah.
A little bit of Apex when I'm chilling with the guys and I want to hear them argue back and forth like bitches. What else?
Yeah.
I think there was another
one. Ratchet and Clank. Warhammer.
I have been playing Warhammer, but that shit is fucking hard, bro.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. All right, pick one to talk about. Diablo. Let's talk about Diablo.
Diablo's nice. I am thoroughly enjoying it.
How would you say it compares to 3? Oh.
Pick a question after.
Like, ask me the questions again, not simultaneously this
time. Go ahead, Lerone.
No, I was just saying, how do you think it stacks up compared to 3?
The story is Diablo, which I love, like super grim, dark, everything sucks. Gotta love it. Gameplay is there also. I do miss the over the top. I don't even know how to explain it. Weeaboo-ness of Diablo 3. That's kind of missing because they went back to the
cartoony, explosive effects of Diablo 3.
Like, I definitely didn't mind that, but I mean, it's still fun. Everything still go boom real loud.
Yes.
It's not as well, I've only played one class, so I can't even say that the other ones might still have that boom. Maybe
I think
later on, like,
largely dependent on what you kill things with. I was like that too. Like, why are my enemies blowing up in the fire and lightning? And literally have to use fire and lightning damage. And as a rogue, you don't really get that. As a barbarian, you don't really get that.
I do get the what is it? The shadow imbuement. Things do go explodey.
Shadow bomb.
Yeah.
Diablo's pretty cool for sure. Story is much darker, I think. Than 3's was pretty messed up, but it's pretty hopeful for a lot of it, and then it gets fucked up toward the end.
Yeah, but then Reaper Souls comes out.
Reaper Souls is really messed up. They're going back to like, no more happy time go luckiness. Everyone dies.
Sad times.
Makes Edge. I definitely did not
like
enjoy.
Someone always says, I love a good tragic story.
Ooh, I love that shit so much. I just eat it up.
See,
hey, yo!
Our definitions of tragic stories are not the same, but I'm gonna leave that at that.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, we gonna talk about a tragic story that I really like so far. It is only for the demo. It is only for the demo.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to it in a few.
I was gonna say we ain't touching that shit anywhere where our voices are being recorded.
That's wild. I have no idea what they're talking about. Let that be known. Let that be recorded.
Yeah.
Looking down the books of blasphemy where their names belong.
I mean, you can lie or you won't.
Yeah. Diablo, it was really cool. I will say this: whoever thought leveling a character should be terrible and awful, do no damage, and suck at everything, should probably have their ideas reevaluated. Because playing as a barbarian sucked butthole up until like 54. Now I'm sure there was more optimized shit I could have done, but like it's been shown by a lot of people, specifically the barbarian and druid early game do no damage at all for no real reason. It makes no sense. I'm assuming there's some kind of massive scaling issue they could not solve, hence they're just like screw it. Because after that you do lots of damage, but oof.
It seems like
the
a
story
sizable
effect.
hurdle to
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I didn't have fun until like after I beat the campaign, pretty much. That's all.
I feel like that's a failure.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
but
if you gotta go that far before you enjoy it, you failed in the the delivery.
You shouldn't play
User
a lesser
experience.
version of the game to get to the good part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like reading a book and the last chapter is the only good chapter. What the fuck is the point of reading?
Yeah,
a book?
I mean,
or watching a show that's the same way.
There's a lot of problems with those classes. I think it's being revealed with all the changes they were making. Either they didn't test it enough, or they just had no idea what to do with it.
I feel like they didn't test it enough.
I mean, the amount of
Actually,
bugs and
like
messed up shit is crazy. Like infinite damage scaling stuff, freaking like a lot of it. The way the game is technically made, like it snapshots damage and stuff, which I think Diablo 3 and 2 both had, but like it's weird with snapshot damage, but then they had these powers that were like increasing that damage, but would never decrease, so it would keep reapplying over and over and over again. So if you're able to maintain a move for a certain amount of time, you literally just did infinite damage. Pretty wild stuff. Pretty poorly designed. I hope they go back and reevaluate
Fix
stuff. You haven't gotten through the whole story yet, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But,
I have not.
It's pretty cool.
I have been trying to avoid the hinterlands issue. Hinterlands stuck in an area.
Yeah, no, you should just beeline through this story.
Absolutely. I'm starting to learn that.
We didn't get a horse to like the end of like Act 3 or 4 or some shit. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like, man, running all over that shit on feet is not
the way.
Nothing like running on feet, buddy. Nothing like running on feet.
The story's cool. You definitely feel we will continue this in the next season type of ending though, which I didn't like.
Oh god.
We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
DLC. Get some of that dope.
Oh, you're gonna talk about some DLC later too.
Yeah, graphics, great. My favorite part of graphics. I love the way the game looks. Love the way your characters look. They look sick. Skills are okay. I want more skills. I want more stuff, pretty much. So that's pretty.
I feel like it was very. I don't know. I feel like you had more options. In 3.
It's funny considering how ham-fisted you are in the set bonuses in that game, but I feel like you're not ham-fisted in like the story though. Like that's not until later. Maybe that changed, but when we played it was pretty much pick up whatever the hell you want, use it, and it makes everything good.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
Yeah. That's Diablo. Warhammer?
Man, I'm gonna have to drop that difficulty down.
What are you playing on?
Hard. But when I tell you, like, when they stuff you, they stuff you like a stocking, my guy.
I didn't know Warhammer came out.
Oh yeah, tell me what game.
It's like a Doom. It's pretty much like a Doom Warhammer game. Like you feel powerful, but you will also get slapped if you're not careful. Type of deal.
Very hard.
And the way they throw shit on that screen, yeah.
Like a 90s shooter.
It's co-op though, right?
No.
Wrong Warhammer.
Not that game.
Oh, so not the one we saw the trailers for and shit.
No.
A different one.
This is Warhammer
Okay.
Bolt Gun he's talking about, which is like a...
What the fuck?
Is it 64-bit? I don't know what that's called. It's like Duke Nukem graphics / Doom graphics, and it's played like Doom in the Warhammer universe. Really cool setting, really cool.
Really fun though.
Very
Really gory.
difficult.
You feel good. Get big guns. Big guns.
Big guns shoot big bullets. Big bullets do big damage.
Big gun, big
fun.
bullet.
Very simple. Very cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
That's pretty much what is it.
Also new stuff, right? You played Ratchet and Clank.
Get the Quarry because it was free.
Oh.
So we definitely gotta hit that up.
Oh god, no.
Hey, I'm down, bro.
Pack mode.
I'm down.
And
Lerone hates that game,
for real,
I'm down.
Really cool.
He hates it. Why?
He said all the characters are garbage.
They are.
I mean, I kind of agree. I don't really like any of them. I thought that I would like some of them, but most of them are pretty trash.
I never watched the song, bro. I don't know.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, what the heck is in it?
Oh, damn. We got to do it just on principle. To get the influences blind reaction.
We should record it. It was very fun. How long is the game?
Can't be more than like, what, 15, right?
15 hours?
Game can't be longer than that.
I would imagine it's probably something like just because I feel like most of the games aren't that long.
That'd be crazy. Quarry.
If anything, we can touch on that at a later date, of course.
Yeah. That's pretty much all the new stuff for you.
Yeah. Street Fighter and
Street Fighter,
Diablo, Apex.
Like in that Street Fighter.
Clank, Bolt Gun.
Yeah, right. You like that Street Fighter?
Boy.
You like that Street?
In a way, yes. I honestly can't even say no because I feel like
we have fun.
Falling short on are just me lacking knowledge in the mechanics and getting punished for it. So I will hold that no until I have played it more to form a better and more intelligent opinion. Off rip, boy, first 10 matches, I was finna delete that shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I booted it up on Lerone. It was like, all right. I'm like, man, this is gonna be fun. This man, damn.
just guzzles.
You was letting Lerone stuff you like that, my guy.
It's not like if you beat me, I don't care if you beat me, right? Like if you're good at it, if you're good at the game. Like, me and Infamous have gone, like, hours playing Street Fighter 4, and I will win, like, 10 matches, and that man will win, like, 70. I don't care. But when you win using cheap shit, it hits me. it just hit. It's like a whole...
What you mean, bro? It was a prize mechanic.
Hey, look. I just, before you go into detail... Before you go into detail, believe me, I understand. Lerone is the captain of cheap shit. He don't care. As long as he wins.
What you mean? Hey, a dub was a dub.
I respect it. I respect it. But damn, is that shit fucking... Whoo! When you playing against you, bro, and you do that cheap shit, bro, it is just like, it's gonna hurt you.
I was like, I gave him one of my controllers. I was ready to go over his house and take my shit back. Not even gonna lie. I thought about throwing my shoes on, getting my keys, driving to your crib. Give me my shit back. You use
all right, and just to put this into perspective for anyone listening, we are all terrible bad at Street Fighter. We have no idea what we're doing. We play at the tiniest level of I do target combo into special move occasionally, mostly just spamming fucking special moves. I just want to say this about Street Fighter. What he said is true. It is annoying playing against people doing dumb stuff over and over again, but that's kind of all fighting games. You just kind of get used to that eventually, I imagine. 2, thank you for whoever made the modern control system. I know no one who made this game or any relevant interest of anything related to the game will ever listen to this, but if you do, thank you for trying to make modern controls, but next time I want you to make modern controls that don't take away half of your moves. You want to do something else to nerf those moves in comparison? That's cool, but I understand Street Fighter is a legacy game. People love their arcade sticks. I think you should acclimate to the time a little bit harder and make it possible to actually do the cool stuff easier while maintaining the mind game aspect of it, because I think that's always going to be the most fun part. I think games like DNF Duel, yeah, that's what it's called, did this way better. Those combos in that game are hard as shit, but all the moves are easy to do. It's all about timing and spacing. I'm much more okay with
I swear my stuff just didn't register half the time.
Yeah, like I don't think that's as fun. Just being able to do something, but just timing and spacing it differently. So, anyone ever does, please take that into account. I think a lot more people would appreciate it if you did. Regardless, still pretty cool. Love the character designs, love the special moves and everything. I hope it does super well. Is that all, Rodney?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll definitely put more time into it because I did enjoy it, and
just call me, Rodney. We got this.
Yeah, I just gotta get. I gotta have something to dilute all that salt because I'll fuck around and die. So,
no.
That's not what you want. Death is no bueno.
Yeah.
All right. Denzel, what you been up to?
I don't have a lot of new stuff in terms of games I've been playing. Really been taking my time on some of the ones I have already. So really been heavy on that that Tears of the Kingdom. Still working on that. Nowhere near even like halfway through the game though. Other than that, I guess we can talk about it because it's technically a game, but it was a demo. That's the latest thing I've played is the demo for Final Fantasy 16. And
oh shit.
Yes,
sir. That shit was a fucking one. Like the gameplay was fun.
Yoshi P.
Yeah, bro, he killed it. The gameplay was fun. I definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. After I finished, I wanted more. Then they gave me more because they were like, okay, here's I think it's like the Icon Challenge mode or something, which is technically, yeah, it's just like an extra like section of the demo you could get like more skills in. Played through that, I was like, oh my god, orgasmic. I'm pre-ordering it right now.
Actually made you pre-order.
I was like,
I would have pre-ordered it too if Roddy wasn't getting it.
Yeah, so I had to go ahead and pre-order it. And I know we talked a little bit about tragic stories, and it's not really spoilers because it's in the demo. So I'm pretty sure we're fine to talk about it.
Don't talk about the details.
No. Because people go in blind. People are going in completely blind. Well,
tell them they're gonna have to skip then, because I like anybody. This is the spoiler warning right here. If you don't want to play the demo,
right here at this moment, do not listen. Big spoilers.
Keep. This is. I mean, I don't think it's a big spoiler. It's definitely in the first 2 hours of the game.
Crazy spoiler.
But yeah, like the main character, I'm pretty sure ends up accidentally killing his fucking brother, and that shit happened, bro. Felt that shit in my soul. I was like, this is gonna be a good game. If this is how it's starting off, the story is already dark as shit. Like, I'm gonna like this, and yeah, like it's almost like it's kind of like they took some of the stuff they learned from Final Fantasy VII Remake, and kind of changed it completely into an action game.
Way more actiony,
yeah, way more action. No more like, I mean, you can still be kind of methodical in a sense, like you can definitely plan everything out, but there's no more of that,
more about your mood, figure out, less about weaknesses stuff.
Yeah, less about weaknesses, more about like your actual movement, like actually parrying, dodging. They gave you the option to make everything super easy, where you could like basically get like a whole specific timer to dodge. I didn't have that shit on. That's story mode shit. I'm out here to hate myself after I finish playing the game, but It was good though. It was really good. I had a great time playing it, and I'm looking forward to the end of the week when it comes out. I'm like, damn, Tears of the Kingdom. I have to wait, bro. I might have to no life this shit. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
It does look very cool.
Yeah.
Lerone did a full playthrough. I watched, liked it a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good. But yeah, that's it for new games for me.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Lerone, I'm pretty sure you just play Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah. 16. I played Street Fighter. That was about it for the new stuff. Been playing 14 like always.
Yeah. Street Fighter, big sad, big awesome. Final Fantasy 16, big sad, unbelievably sad. I think it was so dumb. I think it was dumb sad. Like, why did that have to happen? That was like unnecessary. But
tragic heroes are the best heroes, bro. That's why you love people like Guts. No, stop it. You love people like Guts because he's a tragic hero. He's not even technically a hero, but he's the main character, so he technically is, right? People love that kind of shit, bro, because it's relatable.
Bad stuff happens to people. I don't like when bad stuff happens because you're incompetent. The number one thing I've always hated in games is incompetency in characters. I understand this case; it makes sense what's happening and why it happens, but I never really liked it. Like I always like. If you're like the way that was presented, I wasn't a fan of.
What didn't you like about it?
That he literally lost all control over himself. Like I'm sure they're gonna explain, like, because they showed a whole Xehanort, bro. Like,
I don't know what the fuck.
And Emmett Selk is coming into the scene. Oh, we'll talk about that too. Emmett Selk pops up. I'm pretty sure that's why he loses control of himself. I'm sure he did some crazy magic stuff and basically made him have no control of himself. I don't like that type of stuff. I never have. I thought that was weird. Thought it was weird with La Habrea and freaking Bancred and 14. I think it's weird in a lot of games, but whatever. Doesn't matter. The rest of the game looks awesome.
See,
fucking there is a. Go ahead.
No, I feel where you're coming from, but even still, even if they didn't have somebody that controlled him, I feel like it would still make sense because he had no control over the power.
Yeah, but like they really hammered the idea that their relationship is what matters more than anything, especially when the son sees the dad get fucking one shot by a jobber, and he cares, but he doesn't care that much. He more cares about failing the promise to his brother, right? That's what makes him go crazy. And then yet, Clive doesn't realize what's happening. Like even if he lost control of her, he doesn't see it through that. Like his emotion isn't strong then.
Are you?
I feel you, but he didn't even
bags or pieces of paper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was throwing something away that was garbage. Now,
okay.
I didn't really. I gotta get used to the new mic. But I mean, I feel what you're saying too. But he didn't even acknowledge that it was himself doing it. That was the craziest part. So I'm sure that's what, because the coldest shit that he said was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." I was like,
that library was I thought it was trash.
I mean, I'm not too like the voice acting
was kind of off there, but I feel like
it was okay. I don't know how else you want the sound, right? Yeah,
like because it was just so fucking tragic. It's like he doesn't even realize that he's murdering his brother.
That's what I'm saying. How do you not realize that? This is your most important emotional connection in your life. I feel like the rule of anime dictates that should overtake all, bro.
I mean,
but
look, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? Like, you also got to acknowledge the fact that was also Joshua's first time transforming. He kind of caught himself real quick.
Yeah, he instantly realized what was going on, right? Like a little explosions here or there, and he was like, "Oh shit, I'm a bird, man. Let me Azuna drop into the planet's core real quick."
That was so fucking dope.
I fit that shit was pretty cool, but I will say, like, it is most likely something else too. Like, it has to be.
Yeah, it's third-party manipulation. Sure.
But for sure, though, like, I'm sure that he never would have expected that shit because they were like, another icon of fire? what the fuck is going on here?
Homie Rodney Murdoch, bro. Why did he get up and leave, dude? Why he just have to get disintegrated like that? That was
that shit was so fucked up, bro.
Man,
I didn't even think he was gonna die. I didn't think
a lot of them were dying. They killed everybody, bro. He just went
Rodney Murdoch, bro.
Bro, when they beheaded
strong Game of Thrones. Dude, some jobber cuts his head off, bro. Like, wasn't even the important dude.
Yeah, that shit was outlandish, bro. Outlandish. I thought like maybe he got like cut and like it was like smashed across his chest. That man's fucking head rolled. I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? This is why this shit's rated mature. Like this shit is
very Game of Thrones. They're going for big.
What about the homie Astinian for 14 making that camera?
Astinian just shows up as a boss fight, bro, for no reason.
Bro, I'm not even gonna.
Shall we dance? You're like, what?
Bro, when they had the Dragoons show up, I was like, oh, this game is about to be fucking lit. And like honestly, that Dragoon fight was way better than the one they had in 15. I'm pretty sure that was technically supposed to be a Dragoon fight.
She was Dragoon,
yeah. They called it Dragoon.
Yeah, but that fight, even though like obviously it was a lot different, this one hit much more. One, because you won the fight, right? And two, it was like
I won the fight in 15.
I mean, but I feel like I won the fight too, but like I feel like it was different because she got away, didn't she?
Yeah, she just leaves.
Yeah, like it was kind of weird, but like no, this motherfucker, he died. We killed him. He's gone.
I was really hoping to take his helmet off and it would just be a Sinian.
Yeah, but I'm definitely, you know what I definitely noticed while playing the demo though? I can feel the Final Fantasy 14 bones in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like in the boss fights. Yeah, I felt it in the boss fights, especially
the music.
Soken was in the booth going crazy.
And like, you know, the intro of the fights are kind of whack because you have no moves, and it's just like, oh. It's like, what is happening, dude? This is sick. Really makes you appreciate Final Fantasy's music, like going out of the way to be epic as shit all the time. Yeah, Astinian's a badass.
Last thing I want to say about it, though, for sure. Well, two things. I'm gonna let Lerone do the other one. I think he knows, like, about a certain character that's just a piece of shit. But, Sid, I'm not gonna lie. That man let me down, bro. That man let me down,
old
bro.
And busted, bro.
He's old as shit because that man got one shot. That man got one shot so hard, bro.
3v1, bro. Wasn't fair.
Bro, fuck that shit. I don't know what his powers are supposed to be. But like this man is supposed to be. Hey, look, electricity beats wind, bro. We know this. What's going on? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, you're supposed to slap this bitch. No diff, bro. But he got no diff. I thought he was at least go medium diff her. Or she, well, I knew he was going to lose. I knew he was going to lose.
You got a medium differ.
But, like, she low dipped this man, bro. I'm like, ain't no way. And then she walked off, bro. You get walked off on, bro? Nah. A lot of respect lost. A lot of respect lost for my man, Sid.
I mean, his voice sounds like he's been smoking a cigar every 5 minutes of his life.
Hey, his voice is great, bro.
Also,
it's so OD.
In Diablo. I'm glad that guy's getting around. That voice is magical.
That man's voice, man, he need
that man gargle
marbles books or something. I'll listen to that man talk. Hey, look, it's something about the gravel. You know what I'm saying? The gravel voice with doing some gory shit. It just fits.
He's got some texture in that shit. I mean, it sounds like if Scotch had a voice. If Scotch had a voice, it would be that.
Oh, that's whiskey.
That's whiskey. I mean, it's something
that man
hard.
Shit hit like whiskey. That shit rough as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you feel it in your stomach, but you allow it. Like that's
it's rough. I'm glad he Sid's cool. I'm sure they just do that to get him out of the way so they're not in the fight with you. But I'm sure he's not dead. That'd be so dumb. Sid can't die. Sid never dies.
Sid is.
He came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like you would off Sid like that since he's such a big part.
I didn't think they'd off the
game.
King by getting one shot by a
No. I mean, he literally came back.
I know.
At the end of the demo.
But he could die immediately 5 seconds after. Like, oh, my blood loss is too much.
Oh, man, just after walking to the top of the castle.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some gobber's gonna run up and chop his head off. You don't know. Like, wild stuff's happening.
That man was coughing up blood, though, bro. We don't know what's going on with him no more.
He's got the smoking cancer from smoking every 5 minutes.
Actually, enough about Sid. Can you talk about the real MVP? The motherfucking dog, Torque?
Hey, oh, God, bro. I knew you were about to say that.
The John Wick dog?
Yo, look. The
dog is ancient.
Point,
The dog's like 13 years old.
Bro. That dog better be with us for like the whole game until the very end or some shit. Because that motherfucker literally is a fucking like supporting character. Like that man's better than Sid. That man did more work than Sid did, bro. Like no cap.
He's best boy. Of course he did.
He did a whole God of War like tag team combo with you.
Oh, bro, he grabbed her by the neck and just threw her ass.
He like spun around her by the neck and flung her away. It was like wild, absolutely wild.
Bro, it can't be a normal dog. It can't be a normal dog. That man got.
Oh no, he was doing magic.
He was doing magic and stuff. And you know, spinning flips through the air. But yeah, was that it? Just that Final Fantasy 16 left?
Lerone, man, just go ahead and shout out the worst character in the game.
Bro, we gotta talk about that bitch's mama, G. Ain't no way that thick asshole got away.
Ain't no way that's gonna be the main
antagonist.
Bro.
But she's really lame. I don't know. I don't find her that interesting as a villain. Like she's just kind of, I am an evil bitch.
Was she at the end of the game, or is that somebody else?
The end of the game?
Like after everybody was dead and shit. That wasn't her, right?
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, it was her.
That was her.
Yeah,
bro. Fuck that bitch. I knew that she wasn't shit the moment she pulled up and said, "Look, our son is a fucking failure. All right, because he couldn't get the Phoenix." And he was like, "I couldn't get the Phoenix either, babe." This bitch said, "But you're the king. It doesn't matter." I'm like, you gold digging piece of shit.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right though.
She's definitely evil, but like, she's like cartoonishly evil.
She was worse than Cersei, G. That's sinking.
Yeah, bro.
What are you saying? She
did everything
to mustache to twirl when she does.
Absolutely, dude. She's ridiculous. Like,
it was crazy how evil she was.
There's no goal for her other than personal gain of power, and it's like I might as well turn around after condemning my family to death, like with my pinky in the air, laughing maniacally. Like, what?
Yeah, I pray that the main character gets justice at the end. Like, it's gonna be fucked up.
Oh, she gotta get stung by Titan or something, G. Like,
she gotta get run through, bro. Like, it's that. I ain't gonna lie, she deserved that Cersei treatment where she gotta walk down the street and get publicly shamed by everybody. Like that woman right there, bro. That there's nothing I can.
It'd be more appropriate to drop like an Acme anvil on her head.
Yeah.
Oh, she gotta get hit with a rock like
in her face.
Yeah.
Hey, what was random jobber at the beginning of the demo that got obliterated by a rock? That's gotta happen to her too.
I think that was like one of the dudes, right? It wasn't like Wade or Dave or something.
I don't know his name. I don't know his name.
It was
but I know he was.
That was his name in the new thing. That was like his code name. I don't know if that was his real name though.
Yeah, he was one of your friends.
Yeah, he called him brother. Clive called him brother. I'm assuming it was one of those two dudes you started the game with, like Wade or Tyler. I think their names were. I think so.
I guess that's possible because they didn't die, which is wild.
Yeah.
Because our man Rodney got obliterated. I don't know.
Rodney got Jesus Christ.
Our man didn't run away. He didn't do anything. He just accepted his fate.
That boy got Thanos snap.
There wasn't no way he was getting away from that, bro. It wasn't no way he was getting away from that.
Go behind the fire or the rock.
Bro, that man literally, he could have got up and ran. He would have still died. He would have died running. That man would have died.
He would have been behind a rock killing.
He could have got on the chocobo though.
Not a chocobo. Could have did a lot of things, but instead he died for shock value, which is my point.
Yeah, the motherfuckers was having. That was a DBZ level fucking fight, bro.
Literally Dragon Ball Z fight. Literally a spirit bomb is cast, and literally Lerone was blind to the man casting.
Bro, ain't no way. I died on that part too. I'm not gonna lie to you, but...
No. You don't get how. No, you don't get it though, Dizel. He charged up the fucking flaming spirit bomb, whatever you want to call that Ifrit move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Infamous is like, hey, yo, you got a shooter, right? I don't see him. All I see is the mountains. So I'm thinking he's in the mountains or something. He behind the ball, get shoot him. He zoom in. I see this man standing below the ball.
Bro,
oh shit.
No.
He just sketch outlined me, G.
No, mine was a little bit like more understandable. I didn't see yours, but that's just how funny as fuck.
Bro, I didn't see when they zoomed in on the man. He blew me up.
No, bro, they fucked me because I was like, I thought maybe I had to shoot the fire at the spirit bomb to stop her from casting it at first.
Doing,
yeah, like so that's what I did for like maybe like a couple seconds, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta shoot him, and literally I missed it by a sliver. I spent too much time shooting the fucking spirit bomb, so I couldn't do it. And then I fucking died. I'm like, And I thought I died again because it's damn near the same cinematic that plays afterwards.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
But yeah.
You don't get a game over. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is looking super nice, super cool, super awesome. Hopefully we get a little bit more intriguing antagonists. I don't like the Acme supervillain shit, but... Yeah. I wouldn't really care either way. A game looks like it's a ton of fun to play, so that's really what matters.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Lerone, that was pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I just played really those two games.
Yeah, I played Diablo. That's pretty much all I played. We already talked about Diablo, so we can skip over my ass. We can go right into the big, fancy, fat news section of the video games.
Bro, Atlas is eating.
God, bro. Calm down.
Oh, Chief.
No, we ain't calming down.
We finna take
it calming down.
From Atlas, alright, let's go from with Atlas. Go ahead. You're very excited.
Bro, between Tactical, fucking Persona 3 Reload, and the new IP? Nah, G. That's at least gonna be like... That's at least 300 hours of my life going together. The new IP was Metaphor, Fantasio?
Yeah, something like that. What it kind of get? They didn't show what kind of game it's gonna be, right?
Oh, they show gameplay and everything.
They show gameplay as turn-based.
Isn't it?
Keep it to it.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's turn-based. They didn't show that much combat. They show a lot of traversing the world and the menus and stuff. The menus look freaking gorgeous. I don't know why. I don't know who in Atlas decided to cook on the menus in the game for some reason. Ever since like Persona Strikers,
fire, bro.
Ever since Persona Strikers, the menus in Atlas games have been built different. I don't know.
It's hard for them to miss at this point. Like they know what they're doing. They said we understand the assignment and we're gonna get an A. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the new IP is going to be like. Because especially since it doesn't seem to be a Shin Megami Tensei game. So that means it's not part of that whole thing. So it's not like another spinoff. So
no, I think it's a spinoff of not necessarily a spinoff, but like a play on the Persona, like a spiritual successor or a spiritual brother.
I mean, Persona's a spinoff. You know that, right?
I know. Persona came from Shin Megami Tensei, but I think this is going to be something similar to that in a sense. Maybe not so much as in terms of like the demons and all of that, and like the personas. But I think more so in like the gameplay aspects. Because Personas are you have a different kind of feel than Shin Megami Tensei. For sure. It's similar, but Shin Megami Tensei is more of like Pokemon, low key. Going around catching demons. Join me or die. Face ass. Like
face it. No, Alice is eating. I'm happy to see it.
Nah, hey, look, I'm looking forward to that one, but I ain't gonna lie. We got to talk about the fucking GOAT. The GOAT! Persona 3 Reloaded, bro. Persona 3 Reloaded finna go fucking crazy, bro.
This will be the Persona 3 that I actually finish.
RIP to your playthrough, Rodney. I understand.
I mean, I feel like there's two games that. What is it? See, that was the first game that I had played like that in a long time. So I'm like, I know this shit auto saves or something.
Right? Thought it did.
Nah,
bro. Right? Auto
I went through a dungeon. I was grinding in a dungeon for like 4 hours. 4 hours. Died. I'm like, wait. Let me look at the timestamp. I'm like, oh hell no.
No.
I'm good. I played this shit immediately.
Take solace in knowing that you're not the only one.
Bro, Rodney. I got killed in Persona 3, and I didn't even get killed. I think my game just cut off. Regardless, when I came back, I was a whole season back.
Oh no!
I was lost a season, my boy. 3 months were gone. I was like, ooh.
That's worse than mine. I know I lost at least like shit. It was at least like a couple weeks I lost. I think because I wasn't saving for a long time. It might have more so been levels, but I think it was a couple weeks too. But I know I didn't save for a long ass time, and like I fucking went against a mini boss because I just felt like I was that nigga. I was like, yeah, bro, let's go. Lost against the mini boss, lost fucking so many hours of game. I lost at least 10 hours of gameplay. I was distraught. It took me a long time to actually come back to it, no lie.
That and Fallout are pretty much the go-to games that have turned my saving habits into something akin to
obsessive.
Professional.
Obsessive is
professional is what we call it.
Is an understatement, but yeah, sure, habit. That. Yeah. Now it's like whatever I do, I'm gonna make multiple saves just in case. Here we go.
Rotate your saves, gentlemen. Rotate them saves. Never get screwed up by corrupted saves again. Save yourself. Save
like
time.
On an average game, I'll have it like at least 5 different saves. Actually, honestly, more depending on how long the game is. Just in case. Like I'll literally be able to load up a save at any part in the game just in case.
Case.
It didn't hit me hard, man. It didn't hit me hard.
Yeah, that shit sucks when that happens for sure.
Fucking Fallout auto-saved me
in the air. That's wild, because you can't save in the air, so like that.
Right, so they went out their way to screw you.
Yeah.
Every time I spawned in, I just fell off that fucking branch.
That's so funny. All right, yeah, those are them games. The games be gaming.
They do.
Oh, Persona 3, yeah. Screw that. I love Persona. My favorite game of all time. I watched it be played, the 5th one. I watched the 5th one be played. I don't think I'll ever play one myself. It's too goddamn long, but they look super cool. I appreciate them greatly.
I thought the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was like before 5. Because, like, I didn't have a Vita, so I didn't play Golden. It was like before 5, I had never actually played a Persona game to completion.
Yeah.
But that game was so good.
That shit was good.
I played Royal.
Played it again. It's so good you played it again.
With, like, and that speaks for itself, how good that game was.
Very good.
I
was very impressed.
Time consuming though.
And Royal was even better. I was very amazed.
Royal was crazy.
Had one of the coolest turn ups from a character I have ever seen in a video game. I will never forget.
What's his name? My boy
Akechi. Man, that shit was awesome. I was blown away by that.
I hate you.
I hate you. Spitting vitriol. I've never seen that in a game. Like express
that. Cut the music off just for him to say that.
Yeah, I felt that man's vitriol. It was great. I loved it. Yeah, Yeah, Persona's cool. Atlas is somehow. How long has Atlas been around? Like 30 years?
It's been a while. They got bought by Sega too, right?
I don't know, man. They've been.
That was a sad moment. I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird that they got bought by Sega.
They've been killing it though.
They've been in there doing the dude. I don't know who makes those games, but they're somehow still making them.
I think that they bought Sega. Sega bought Atlas's parent company, so it was just like a fucked up situation.
I don't know any of the business stuff from them. Japanese devs have a very deep, like a bunch of people connected to weird parent companies and stuff. I never too much into that. Yeah, so that's Persona. I don't know where they showed Persona. Was it at the Xbox thing?
It was.
Yeah,
surprisingly so.
Surprisingly, yeah. Very weird. But some other games got showed. Probably paid them because Xbox had a whole lot of CG trailers, but not a whole lot of gameplay, which is big sad. So some of the things I did highlight that interested me specifically. Number one, right off the bat, we finally got. I put the link in the chat too for you guys. But the Avowed finally got some gameplay. Avowed is pretty much going to be the I don't want to say Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls of Obsidian. Obsidian being another big RPG developer. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the trailer they showed looked kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think the gameplay is.
It didn't feel like discount ESO.
It looked like ESO graphically, which is not really what you ever want to say.
ESO.
But Obsidian is known for their gameplay, right? Or their I mean, the graphics look pretty good. Let's be honest, they didn't look terrible. They look much better than most Obsidian games. But the whole thing you play Obsidian games for is that juicy writing. Bro. Obsidian knows how to write games, and that's kind of hard to convey through trailers. Even though they definitely put a guy talking in the trailer, like into the screen, which I thought was pretty funny. But I'm just excited to see the actual world they make, the story, the setting, because that's usually really good. Like 9 out of 10 stuff. They write the best RPGs. I don't know if it's actually going to be open world. I'm pretty sure it's going to be open world.
I've heard very little about it, but as
far as something to actually do in the open world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be like Elder Scrolls.
I feel like I got on that train super late though, like when it came to like Fallout and
you need to actually play those games.
Enjoy those games when I got older.
Yeah.
Because I had obviously bad experience, so I kind of just chalked that shit up for like a decade. But those games are usually pretty solid. I do love a good game I do love a good story, because I swear, verbal diarrhea, bruh. Like,
on a lot of games.
These games are fucking awful.
I don't even think a lot of Elder Scrolls games, I mean, the older ones have definitely had some very good dialogue, but even, like, those games didn't have the best written stuff. Like, they've never been, like, I just really want to say, like, Baldur's Gate level or, you know, newer Obsidian games or older Obsidian games. They've never been that high quality, but they were good enough where they were interesting, funny, and most importantly, even the older Fallouts, pretty much everything but Fallout 4, the setting, right? The setting, the world, that's what the game is. You step into it, and it feels like you're in it, right? From the music, like Fallout 1 and 2's ambient soundtrack is so good, dude. The actual music in the game is all like 50s rip stuff, which is awesome. Super good, super fitting. Fallout 3 somehow managed to continue that and make it like even more like desolate and wastelandy. Fallout 3's like ambient soundtrack is like some of the best music ever made. It was so sick. Same thing with Skyrim. I don't know about Oblivion's open world. I don't remember it that much, but I'm pretty sure it was really good. Like, they feel fucking magical, and that's very hard to do, especially now. Like, you can go into Skyrim at night in like the forest and listen to the music that plays, and like you can go to sleep. It's fucking magical. But yeah, so Valve hopefully is that.
Experience.
I have not actually done that. I should do that though. I get really bad sleep. That would be a good idea. Yeah, like the first time I played all those games, pretty much other than Fallout 4, was I'll never forget it. It was a freaking magical experience. It's crazy. Fallout 4 just dropped the ball hard as shit, pretty much in every part of the shooting. But that's okay.
I'm so sad that was my first Fallout because
I'm sad too, man.
Shit.
I played that game way too much and I still didn't like it.
Yeah.
How many saves did you have for the record?
Max. I don't know what the max limit was. I think it was like 25.
They said I couldn't make any more.
There's a max save limit on PS4. This man hit that shit. It was crazy. I was there when it happened.
You better stop.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
I try to stop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Obsidian could do it justice. That should look good. Another game they showed. Another questionable RPG. We got Cyberpunk 2077's DLC.
Last time I talked about Katanas back.
Yeah, last time I talked about a CD Projekt Red DLC, it was worthy of the Game of the Year. So how far have they fallen that I don't even want to talk about this at all.
Hey, look. Respectfully, I think it looks really good, and I think they're gonna.
I thought the game was really good too.
Yeah,
until I think they're
gonna fix it. I think they're gonna fix everything that we disliked. Because they said they're supposed to be revamping basically everything in the game anyway.
That was what I wanted to get to. The trailer I put in the chat, but yeah, they talked about. They didn't show any of it. I think they showed katana parry and stuff, but they said they're gonna revamp pretty much all of the core gameplay mechanics.
Which is
cool. That means the actual aim assist when you aim a gun on a controller, because that doesn't exist.
Look. I understand that they gotta make money. But if they're having other DLCs, this one should
is the only one.
This is the only one.
Yeah.
I feel like they had more planned or something.
They did, and the game didn't do well.
I mean, but if they put this out and people buy it, like that's pretty much what we're
Aren't they already working on the second one?
Yeah, they're making the second one. Like they said it's Project Orion or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
at this point, like they're finishing out strong, but they're already working on the sequel. Like they
okay,
that's it made all of the money it needed. They don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, but it made it on goodwill.
I don't know if the next game is gonna make any money. I'm not buying it. I don't give a fuck.
Hell no.
That shit's not a 10 out of 10.
The first one.
Let's be honest. That game probably ain't gonna come out until we're like close to our 40s. So. Fuck, we even care for it.
Bro, why would you even bring that up? I don't want to think about being 40 years old.
It's still gonna be unfinished,
and it's still gonna be bad. That's fucked up.
Hey, chill.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Bro, they learned their lesson.
I don't know. I'll wait and see if this actually revitalizes the whole game, makes the actual gameplay feel good. Which people play this game on.
If
controller.
It fixes the gameplay like Infamous said, I'll go back and play it.
Absolutely.
Right now,
I'll try it.
I can't play it.
I hope they fix the writing too, because I think that game is awful. I think all the writing in the game is trash. Like when people open their mouths, I want to vomit. Like this is perfect. I mean, I'm not gonna say I can write.
James.
No, I think that's a decent line. He barely does he even say that in the game?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, I haven't played the whole thing, so don't take
I don't think he says that. I'm not gonna say I can make a better, writing extravaganza here, but. Comparing this to who we just talked about, Obsidian, right? Who every time a character opens their mouth, I am just listening with, my jaw dropped pretty much for how interesting a lot of their conversations are. And Cyberpunk, whenever any character talks, I wanted to shoot myself in the head, like on God. Like, damn, I understand that's the slang in that game. Too, and the slang, it just sounds dumb to me. Like I don't know. I don't know the way it's shown. I wish they talk like that. That would. I don't know. I would just feel better.
Ass Choom.
Yeah, like those lines are. They don't say that though. Right? He's like, calm down. Like it sounds like they're just fitting in slang that doesn't fit. Like a character wouldn't say normally. Like it was very rarely felt natural. Like I felt like one of the best written and voiced characters was Jackie, the dude at the start, and he's gone instantly.
Literally dead. That was the biggest missed opportunity.
Yeah, he actually felt like a natural character in that world. It was super interesting, and poof, gone.
I still wish they would have just kept the whole Johnny fucking Silverhand deal and just made me some unknown, nameless fucking thug who wanted to move up and maybe meet some of the greats. We
don't even know if that was going to be the actual game. Like they showed something like that, but we don't know. The game I would
love to play that.
Was so awkward. The gameplay was goofy as hell. Dialogue not having third-person camera presentation after showing it in like every trailer makes every conversation stilted and awkward. The dialogue itself is rough. Johnny Silverhand, bro. Anybody listen to this? If you think Johnny Silverhand's a good character due to the way he's portrayed in this game by Mr. Keanu Reeves, I'm sorry, bro, but you are some copium, homie. Like,
hey, chill.
Nah, bro.
I mean, honestly, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Hey, chill out, Tombs. Chill out, Tombs.
Like, there's some interesting sections of Johnny and the way he's delivered, but they are few and far between. Half of that man talking is just nonsensical ranting that makes no sense in the context of the shit that's going on. Like,
I honestly feel like they should have. Well, the script didn't change, but like they needed to change the script and the voice actor. Like I love Keanu Reeves. Don't get me wrong. That man ain't the best at emoting certain feelings.
Yeah, he was either like hyper aggressive or just chill as hell. Like it's very strange.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't like think Johnny Silverhand's supposed to be like that. I think he's supposed to be more like I don't know,
like a belligerent asshole most.
Yeah, he's like an asshole, and he sounds like an idiot.
They might as well have just made him John Wick. If John Wick was there instead of Johnny Silverhand,
he'd be Morgan Blackhand.
Johnny, so yeah, he should have been a different character.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably would have did better as Morgan Blackhand.
Like Johnny Silverhand's supposed to be a belligerent rocker man.
Yeah,
I didn't
like
get that
a weirdo.
I never got that from him. Like he was too chill.
He's too chill sometimes, and he's too hyper aggressive other times. Like he's just jumping off a cliff of emotion. You have no idea what's going on. Like it's so awkward.
Yeah, but he gave me the emo punk rocker kind of vibe though.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like I didn't get what I was looking for out of that game the way I got what I was looking for out of The Witcher. I'll say that. There's not one single part of that game delivered on the things I wanted. Like I wanted stories like Ghost in the Shell level stories, where I wanted stuff about AI, I wanted stuff about cybernetics, I wanted stuff like
the best plot line in that game was a side mission that didn't get finished.
I was gonna say they had that one plot line where it was like a shadow organization.
There's a whole shadow organization controlling a dude running for mayor, and it just stops and doesn't go anywhere.
That's about as far as I got before I stopped. I finished that.
The most interesting quest in that whole game, and it's like, dude, how?
Because everybody kept telling you, it was like, leave it alone. It ain't gonna end well. Leave it alone.
It's not gonna.
Then shit started happening to characters.
Their credit, this DLC is supposed to be. They said it's like a spy espionage thing, so. Hopefully they go deep into the
I wonder if they can deliver that.
Corporate stuff going on in the background. Like that's what's interesting, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I'm not looking forward to paying $30 for it, but
I'm looking forward to seeing them review scores and hyper detailed analysis of the changes they make, and then I'll think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna see this Let's Play. We play that day one.
I know Lerone was looking forward to being able to parry shots with his sword. I'm sure that would be very
interesting. They had that in a trailer for those listeners. They had you deflecting bullets with the katana, and I tried to do that for an hour without realizing die for it.
What was it? The monowire thing?
Did they fix
it? Still ass.
I think they made it.
No, it doesn't make any sense because it was supposed to be for hacking, but it's not.
For hacking? I don't think they ever made it hack. Yeah, they showed that too. You're able to hack into people with the monowire mid combat.
Strangle people with it.
I think you can slap them with it.
You can hit them.
Yeah,
you just swing it back and forth like a whip. Like what the fuck is this?
Some of the worst animations I've ever seen in a video game.
Up and strangle them.
If anyone thinks the animations in that game are good too, I just want you to look at your character's shadow when you run, and you tell me that game's okay.
I mean, we know what the shit looks like in third person, so we already know that.
There are games where you're in first person and third person characters fully animated, and this is just not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Cyberpunk. Hopefully it gets better before it gets worse.
Let's talk about Infamous's favorite game.
No, before that, we're going to Lies of P, which we need to talk about before it gets put into the afterburner, because this game deserves way more hype. This game is made by a
pretty cool.
I believe. Yeah, I think it's a Korean company, and it looks sick. It's super good gameplay. Like it's a Souls clone. It kind of feels like a little jank Souls clone, but it's not that bad. It feels pretty solid. It's pretty smooth, and it's got an awesome setting. You're in Victoria era London, but there's like messed up puppet robots, and you play as Pinocchio. There's also a puppet robot. I forgot what they're called in the game. I think they're literally called puppets or something else, something like that. And there's some kind of mechanic around lying that you can experience in the demo. Like, I don't know if it has some kind of negative effect on the story or something when you do it, but Pinocchio's nose is supposed to get bigger when he lies. It did not happen when I lied. But they said some other stuff was happening, so I don't know. Super interesting. Gameplay is like a Souls game, so it's super good. Boss fights are cool. They showed gameplay at the Xbox Showcase. It looks great. The trailer's in there if you guys want to watch, but the demo is out. Play it. I'm super interested. It looks good.
I'm interested.
I gotta play the demo. I have it downloaded.
I actually made a list of all the games that I was looking forward to from all of the stuff that had been shown as of recently.
There's a lot of
stuff that is on the list.
It definitely looks cool.
Well,
what
game are you talking about
next?
Oh man, we gotta talk about Starfield.
Oh, we have to wait on that. That's the ender, bro. We got plenty of other games to talk about. We gotta talk about.
What about Like a Dragon? Both.
Oh yeah, was
that the man who erased his name?
Yeah, dude. They showed 2 Yakuza games. I don't know. Was that at Xbox? Or was
that Xbox?
Regardless, we'll talk about Yakuza. Yakuza looks sick. They come out with a sequel to the homie. I forgot his name. The dude with the fro and the younger new protagonist. What is his name?
Forgot his name.
I don't know. He's cool. He's gonna be in America. They're finally coming to America with a Yakuza game. I can't wait to see what kind of nonsense that's gonna be.
Bro, the trailer was just this man's butt ass naked on I don't even know.
Yeah. Who knows what happened?
I had no idea, bro.
No idea.
He's like, my dick swinging? I didn't even know.
He's like, oh no, bro, and then it ended. It was great. And then the other Yakuza game is, I think it's supposed to be set between 6 and 7, or 7 and 8. I don't remember. 8 and 9? I don't even know what the hell they're up to.
It's spin-off. It might be between 8, because after 7 for sure.
Yeah, I think it's between 8 and 9 then.
Yeah.
And it's just Kiryu being Kiryu again.
No, it's Joryu, bro. Who's Kiryu?
It's Joryu, the homie, aka Kiryu, the dragon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be real-time combat again. I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
Because that other game fell through. Whoever the dude's name was, that has fancy model guy. So I think they're going to bring this Yakuza back to Combat Town. Looks sick as shit.
Wait, are you sure? Because that was 7. With the new dude.
No.
The turn-based Yakuza?
Yeah, they said that was going to be the mainline Yakuza games, but then I guess this isn't a mainline Yakuza game. It's like a spin-off.
No, a spin-off.
Yeah.
8 is with the other dude still. I think that's going to be turn-based again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. They look super sick. Yakuza is like a very special game. Again, I don't know how it's blown up in popularity so much. When I remember seeing them in GameStop for like $2, like 20 years ago, bro.
20 years is wild. A long time, bro.
I'm glad that was a franchise that blew up in popularity. I wonder what did it though, but that's good.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I feel like people just started streaming the game, and that people who never even heard of it started seeing people streaming it.
Got a lot of popularity from content creators. That's cool.
The shit out of people on the street. Awesome.
I feel like it really blew up, honestly, when Yakuza 0.
Yeah, with the remake.
Yeah. So whenever we made was it even a remake? No, it was just a straight up prequel.
Oh yeah,
that game had never been made before.
And then Yakuza, what was the remake?
Like a Dragon?
The Kiwamis.
No. Kiwami.
Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 were remakes.
Yeah, that was cool. So I mean, as far as new games are concerned, I think that was pretty much all I saw that was that interesting on Xbox. But there were some small updates on other stuff. If you remember the first Descendant, which was a free-to-play third-person looter shooter, they showed off on PC a while ago, like a beta. They announced, I think, August 22nd to the 28th, they're gonna have a cross-play beta. I'm assuming with Xbox and PC. So that's gonna be cool. I'm interested to see how that game runs on console because it's very pretty on PC. Also they announced a down here. I'm not even gonna talk about that. There's a Fallout 76 announcement. I can't believe that game's still going on. That's wild.
Bro, I saw that the there ain't no way.
How dare you? There's a Hi-Fi Rush update. Hi-Fi Rush, if no one's played it, bro, if you can get your hands some type of Xbox affiliated device that could play Hi-Fi Rush.
Xbox affiliated.
That game is excellent. It's
I heard
so
it was
good.
A sleeper.
Sleeper hit? Yeah, I watched some gameplay. It looks great. It looks really fun.
Phasmophobia is coming to consoles. I'm assuming it's probably on PlayStation 2. Phasmophobia was like the ghost hunting game that you had to play on PC beforehand. It's got some. It's kind of jank, kind of old, but it's kind of cool in the same way. It's spooky. Play with your friends. Kind of interesting.
Something fun to have. Some fun to have with your friends.
Absolutely. They showed Exo Primal's new Savage Gauntlet mode. All right. Exo Primal. No one will play this game, and it will die immediately upon release. But
you don't know that.
It looks sick.
It will.
Still, okay.
You don't know the future?
What?
You don't know the future? It might be a sleeper.
No, that shit's dead.
Damn. That shit dead as hell.
Savage Gauntlet mode they showed. It's gonna be like a speed run for missions mode. I think they also said they wanted to have another mode they wanted to add because everyone's feedback was like, we don't want to play PvP. I'm pretty sure that was the number one thing in the beta, even though I kind of like the PvP, I'm not going to lie.
It wasn't bad.
I never say about games. I thought it was just goofy and fun, which
It was wild how there was no aim assist, though, which was kind of weird.
Was there no aim assist?
None.
I feel like there was. Maybe not. I don't know.
None.
Maybe
I know this personally. It was
still fun though. I enjoyed it, like when the black hole, the fucking shit came out the black hole in the sky and started fucking rushing you.
Oh my god!
Cool.
There was like technical Marvel shit going on in this game, which is another shame that no one's gonna play it. But like, there was like parts of the game where you have to go like in between different mission objectives when you're competing against another team on like a different dimension, and you have to do the objectives fast on them. And then you get to the PvP part, and then you get to the final mission. But before you get to the PvP part, you can like have random missions, right? One of the random missions we got was like, I guess it was hyper specific to the map or something. But like the guy was like Raptor Horde inbound or some shit. Like whoever they got as the AI announcer, I think I said this last time I talked about this game, but he's hype as shit. I fucking love him. That was the shit out of the game for me. It's like Raptor Swarm inbound, and like it literally a black hole in the sky opens up, and it just starts raining like Raptor
like some
Swarm.
Berserk shit, like shit just started pouring out the hole.
There were so many on the screen, dude. It was like we were in a canyon, right? So it was a tight hallway. We happened to have the dude with the shield on our team. I don't know what the hell was gonna happen if we didn't have him. He's in the front holding the line, bro. And like when he's holding it, he's blocking it. They're not just like attacking and stopping, like some are scooting by on the sides and stuff, but like the swarm is like pushing up against him. It's like animated and stuff, and he's like trying to hold it, and it's like excellent animation. It looks super sick.
They were just trying to kill them all.
They were trying to kill them all, dude.
Us.
It's like a wave of dinosaurs. It was like that one game with the rats, but with raptors. It was crazy. Never saw anything else like that other than this rat game and the kind of Dead Rising, but even more than Dead Rising. It was insane. Yeah,
that was that.
Exoprimal has a new mode coming that looks sick. I hope it does good. It won't, but
Hey, look, man, all you gotta do is
I'll pick it up when it's on sale.
Yeah, I mean, they showed a Hellblade 2 trailer too, but that game has been getting shown, I feel like, for 4 years now.
Aren't they doing like a crossover with, is it a Street Fighter crossover?
Yep, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
With,
with Exoprimal.
Yeah.
Fucking dinosaurs,
I thought Ryu was going to punch a dinosaur, and then he did, and I was like, what? That's wild. That's probably something they're trying to get more people into it. I don't think the fighting game community is going to be interested in Exoprimal. That's the biggest problem. I don't think anyone's going to be interested in Exoprimal. Because I think it is a co-op shooter game and it has PvP in it, and I think they literally said that their number one request was a mode without PvP in it. So like instantly.
Wait, how much does it cost?
I think it's full price.
That shit dead on arrival,
dude,
boy.
And it has a season pass coming with it, bro.
Bro,
not a season pass, a freaking battle pass.
Exoprimal came out at $40, bro. It's a hit.
It might be $40. I don't think it is. I think it's full price. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like $60.
I think its minimum is $60.
Yeah.
Bro, look, that people got to start realizing that these goddamn games that don't even really have like any single player value. I feel
it has a single player.
But are you really playing that game for the single player?
I don't know.
I don't think you will.
I have no idea. I don't know what's in the single player. That wasn't part of the beta.
I'm gonna take a guess and say no.
There is a progression system. I don't know if you can make substantial progress in the progression system for your characters via that. Pretty sure you have to play the multiplayer mode.
Maybe, but the way that game is structured, I just feel like if they charged less for it, it would be much more successful.
Absolutely, I think it was a $30 game. Day one purchase for me.
30 might be too low. 40,
I definitely think about it.
Like
40 is that nice spot.
60 is like out of the question. Like, why would I do that? I want to do it to play with Rodney. I want to do it to play with the homies. But like,
or
I don't want to
like,
pay $60 for that. Like that's
it's too much. I mean, especially because they might charge $70.
I don't think they charge. I don't think Capcom has charged $70 for any game, have they? Maybe for Resident Evil.
I know for a fucking fact that shit is definitely slowed down. I mean, because I used to be like, 2 games, 120, whatever. 2 games, 140? Nah, bro.
It hit different.
You wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference. It makes all the difference in the world when you're living on your own money, man.
Yeah,
even if I was a kid, though, like, I never liked asking my parents for money for games, even when they were $50, dude. Like, that felt like too much.
Yeah.
Now that it's $70, bro, I never would have played games.
Crazy.
Fuck that.
Bro,
I would play $8 burger
game.
shit at GameStop. That's the only thing I'm playing. Like Cyberpunk, okay, I'll play that in 2 years when it's $10. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they will realize once, like, it will eventually hit that $100 mark.
I mean, the problem with it is,
makes me gross saying that shit.
Yeah,
but
that's
I mean,
just
like,
gonna
once they do that,
push people into this
a lot less shit is gonna get bought.
Yeah, nothing's gonna get bought. Those type of games that we like aren't gonna get made, and you're gonna get more free-to-play battle pass bullshit because they still want your money. They don't care about anything else, about how they get it or how they abuse the clientele to get it. That's what's gonna happen. That's when people say, single-player games are dead. Like that's what EA was spouting for a lot. They're not wrong. They're absolutely not. If the price of making games goes up like this and the value doesn't equivalently increase with it, no one's gonna buy these games. Like even if you love them. If the next Mass Effect game was a fucking 10 out of 10 godlike game, it came out at fucking $80, are you gonna buy it?
If nothing else was coming out within the next 2 months, maybe.
Like what? Like that's crazy.
Like, I don't even buy like deluxe editions of shit. Like I buy the basic version. So if your basic version starts being $80, you lost me.
This is why I'm saying
I'll buy that shit on sale.
They need to whatever is costing people so much money, whether it's graphical fidelity or whatever they're like pushing the envelope on, whatever it is, making it cost that much more money. need to stop. They need to go backwards.
I feel like a lot of it is just wasted manpower.
I feel like it's that too, but I'm sure they'd argue otherwise.
I mean, it could be.
Oh, of course.
If games have to look worse, make them look worse. If games have to have less content, make them have less content. Do not, you can't charge that much money for it.
I was reading an article, and like you know these companies waste time because don't nobody communicate with each other. But there was a dude, he was talking about Titanfall 3. He was like, yeah, we were working on that shit for 10 months before they gave it the boot. 10 months.
10 months of paid labor.
Yeah, like they had stuff planned out. Like they had new systems involved. They were tweaking the multiplayer to make it better. Like they had a bunch of missions. They had one playable like fully through, and they were like, yeah, just chuck it, scrap it. And they were like, you know how that felt? Like, is ill. It's fucking awful. Because it's like, yeah, you work for 10 months on something, and then they tell you, yeah, it's going in the trash, and then put you on something else. I feel like that kind of just kills your mood to do anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
10 months.
Wow.
10 months of overtime. Yeah, 10 months of like 70-hour work weeks, 80-hour work weeks.
I don't know about that.
I mean, for some people, they don't care because they're getting paid. But for the people that actually care about what they're working on, that's just got to be like a gut punch, you know?
I mean,
wild.
Some people are still, what is it? I can't think of the word right now, but like they're picked up for a specific, we'll just say IP or whatever. And then once the IP is over, they either hope to get a spot or they'll move on to freelancers, pretty much.
All right. Like, I mean, yeah, sure.
They still do freelancing.
There's definitely a lot of contract work. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how they get this shit made in the first place. Because they can't afford to keep people on time. Because this is ridiculous how long games are getting taken to make and how much money is going into them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. It's rough. Hopefully Exoprimal doesn't die. Hopefully Exoprimal doesn't go extinct.
Shut the fuck
up! That's the
soundboard.
And you know,
right
when that game dies, that's gonna be on every news headline in the video game space. For
that's definitely gonna be the title of every video.
Absolutely, going extinct like the fucking Jurassic era.
Exoprimal 1 week out, already extinct.
Yeah, it's gonna be everywhere. Yep, exactly.
Because everybody thinks that's just clever.
That's much it for Xbox.
Are just so low. The bar is just set so low. It's just disgusting.
Do we want to go for Ubisoft or the Summer Games Fest? First,
I remember
because I felt like there was more stuff in the Summer Games that I was interested in.
All right.
Yeah, Ubisoft was swinging kind of low.
They had one thing that I want to talk about, but pretty much just So, Summer Games Fest started off with a freaking Metroidvania Prince of Persia game. Holy crap. Didn't know you needed this until you saw it.
It's really divided. I feel like a lot of people are like disappointed, but like some people are happy. Like I think personally
disappointed because
as long as that shit isn't 60, 70, I'm good.
I mean, because wasn't there what was it? They were working on a remake at one point, weren't they?
Yeah, they still are working on the remake, but it got shelved because it got really bad.
Because the motherfucking models looked like they were
weird.
It got really bad criticism from people for it.
But this one, like,
if
it's like $30, I'll buy it. It looked fun. It looked very stylized. It
made me realize we need more Prince of Persia games. Like, holy shit!
I miss Prince of Persia. Like,
right?
I love the Prince of Persia games.
I am always gonna miss. It really was. I'm always gonna miss the freaking edgelord, fucking Prince of Persia Warrior Within, with like I don't know what the hell I think the trailer was like Slipknot or some wild shit. Absolutely, it was like all blood and chicks had their tits hanging out. Shit, it was crazy. Like the game was so edgy.
That was back when
classic mid-aughts video games. I'm always gonna miss that. But classic Prince of Persia was always great. So I'm super hyped to see a Metroidvania version of Prince of Persia, which the original Prince of Persia was like a side scroller. So like I think it's super natural fit. I'm amazed they haven't done it before, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
They were trying to. I feel like they were trying to do too much.
Yeah, right. I just keep it simple. That's what I'm saying, dude. You don't need to spend $100 billion on a fucking game. You know, the graphics don't need to be crazy.
Make it look cool, make it feel cool, make it feel good, and you're done.
Yep. Unless you're GTA, because then you have to spend $1 billion.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto always took forever to come out. To be fair,
not this long.
Not this long. But
big billions.
I mean,
they used to make other games in between.
Money they were making.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto is a dead franchise. That company's microtransactions have overtaken their shit. 5? We're not talking about it. Fuck that. Next game, Mortal Kombat 1 got a gameplay trailer.
It looks sick to me.
I have
very graphically
never
cool.
Been the hugest fan. Like Mortal Kombat is cool. I used to play it on like Sega Genesis and shit, right? Like I have a history with it. I was never good enough at it to want to buy the games.
I still don't want to buy them. For sure, I don't.
Nice. So I can play it 9 times in a row for
Mortal
one W.
Kombat was the only fighting game I would say I ever had a remotely competent level of understanding in. And that was a Mortal Kombat 9, which was a wild game, right? Mortal Kombat 9, to anyone who's listening, probably, maybe you don't know, I have no idea, but Mortal Kombat 9 was a very loose, very wild, very broken game. You could get away with a lot of shit and do some dirty-ass stuff, but that's what made it fun. It made it super awesome. Characters are busted as hell. It did so much damage. It was so much fun. The color like scheme of that was also very classic Mortal Kombat. Like it had the next gen graphics of like the PS3 era, but it was still pretty good looking. It was going for realism, even though it wasn't. It doesn't look as nice as these ones, but it was more like cartoony, like almost. Like it was very Mortal Kombat, if you know what that means. Like you just look up old school Mortal Kombat shit. Like everything was like cartoonishly evil or cartoonishly cool. This new one, we went through Mortal Kombat 10, which was, I think, it was similar to 9 in gameplay. Like, you could do a lot of cool shit, but the game looked like washed out and gray to me a lot. It looked very bland in comparison. And Mortal Kombat 10 came out, 11, and that was very colorful again, but it was more hyper realistic and less cartoony. And I thought that game sucked. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that game was way too hard. Like being the only fighting game I actually enjoyed playing like that, trying to play MK11 felt like trying to play a completely different type of game. Like it didn't feel anything like the other ones. All of a sudden, I couldn't do half the moves with some of these characters. Like I don't know if I'm just retarded. I probably am, but I never had that problem in the previous Mortal Kombats. In this game, I literally couldn't do moves characters had. It was wild. Right, I forget about combos and shit. It was like so strict what you were doing, what you were supposed to do. Hated it. And Shao Kahn was trashed. Which, how the fuck you make Shao Kahn trash? Shame on you.
You suck.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 looks like it's going back to the crazy wild bullshit they showed in this trailer. They were going ham with the combos, which looks super cool. Bringing in like an assist character, which. I don't care. Cool. Like it's cool. I don't know if that should be the main thing for the game. I guess that is. Like I don't know if I want that. I guess that's that way to, maintain or like allow you to do cool combos without you exclusively burning meter on them. But it looks cool. I hope to have all the characters I like. They showed Striker roll up as a cameo character. I would flip a shit if they had him as an actual character just for DLC or something, because Striker was the homie in MK9. That man was hype as hell. He was just a fucked up police officer. It was hilarious. That shit probably wouldn't be happy. I don't think that game would. I don't think that character would fly now, especially now. Like that man literally rolls up. No. Maybe because they make him super evil, right? Because he was a good guy and he'd only do bad stuff to evil guys. But like I don't know how that would work nowadays with the current climate and stuff.
As long as they're minority.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
Bro, that man's nickname was Thorough.
He would he would like fucking use a flashlight to like smash your balls in, flash the light in your eyes so you're on your knees, then fucking tase you, and then like pull out a gun and be like, police brutality, bitch, and shoot you. I thought it was sick because it was just like a cop guy fighting in Mortal Kombat. Like that's crazy. How is he even here?
Drop it, bro. It's over with. He's dead to the world.
He's a cameo in this game, so they're bringing him back somewhat. Bro, so that's crazy.
The fact that this man said police brutality. Nah, bro. I can't.
I mean, you know what game this is. Like, why are you so
I can't let it slide, bro. I can't let it slide.
You can't let it slide. Shut your ass up.
I can't let that shit slide, bro.
Regardless of strikers included or not, they like redid a bunch of characters. It's supposed to be a revamp because the end of MK11's story, MK11? Yeah, MK11 story was like a restart of the timelines. Yeah. Well, they're doing that. I will say again, with the new graphics and stuff and the hyper-realism still, I honestly don't like the gore in Mortal Kombat anymore. I used to love the gore in like MK9 specifically. Like once the game
it's gotten a bit too much.
Yeah, once the game's gotten so hyper realistic, it's like this is just disgusting and not cool. Like, I don't want to see a guy's fucking entrails come out of his mouth.
It was hard for me to watch. He was beating the shit out of somebody on the ground, like beating his head in. The sound, I was like,
like, if that was MK9, I feel like it would be cool. I don't know why. Like, it would be goofier looking. Like, he would hit him in the head and his head would explode in, like, some ridiculous fashion, right? You wouldn't see his fucking skull, like, break and twist and, like, the muscle. Like, no, bro. It's way too much. Way too much to focus on the gore. Which
I'll never forget.
Like, that was a huge
Mortal Kombat 10, I lost the first game I played with Cassie because I did the freaking nut exploder attack she had, and I dropped my controller wincing.
Yeah, dude, like it's too.
I saw that I dropped the whole controller, lost the fight. I was like, oh shit.
I don't know what it's literally just a focus on hyper realistic graphics. Like if it went a little bit more cartoony, it would be fine. But like it's too realistic. It's fucking gross. So I don't like it.
They have doctors and shit. They have physicians in there to tell them how to make that shit look.
Yeah, like, I don't want to know what it looks like. I want to punch a dude in the chest and his chest explodes and like goofy rib cages fly out. You know, like not
goofy rib
not his fucking intestines bleed out and you choke him to death with it as like.
Don't go back, bro.
That's not. I don't like that at all. That's not okay. The combat looks good.
Hey, look! Eventually, in Mortal Kombat, they're gonna have you like scan yourself, so you have a playable version of yourself.
They won't, because I won't do that. I'll never do that. That's weird as fuck. Bro, we got I never thought I'd say to chill on the gore, but like the gore is too much in Mortal Kombat now. You have to take that shit back. You have to go back to Cartoon Town. Where like dudes ripping, I want you to rip fucking necks with my necks, fucking spinal columns out of people's neck holes. And, like, make it cool
they did do that.
Yeah, like that was cool, because like he would then take it and like throw it at the guy's body and it like explode into ice crystals. Like it was goofy as hell. I missed that. We need more of that. Less intestine choking. Like what the fuck?
Less taking a guy's head off and shoving it in his fucking stomach.
Yeah, like that. That's not even cool. Like that's stupid. What?
I mean, you was talking about that shit.
MK9. I'm trying to think. What's MK9? Goro's fatality was like. I think just pick you up and rip your arms off, and then rip you in half and throw you aside and hold your arms up in the air. Like, yeah! Like, it was goofy. It was awesome. Too much gore. Never thought I'd say that. Definitely has too much. That's from someone who's played Mortal Kombat since the PS2 games. Like, I played all the Mortal Kombats. That shit's too much. That shit's gross. Wild. They also announced new Sonic Superstars game. Or Sonic Superstars. I thought it was a Sonic Generations game, but it's just Sonic Superstars, which is a new 2D game, which that's cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, interesting. I'm good, but you know,
I probably wouldn't buy it personally, but interesting.
Yeah. To those who still love I wouldn't buy that.
Personally, I could never be caught down with it, but you know.
Personally, I couldn't let it slide.
Hey, look. Sonic's been winning lately. All right. It's not a bad game.
Let's be real. Sonic's definition of winning is not tanking. All right.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
At least they're still making games.
I mean, shit, Koei Tecmo is still making games. They've been making the same game for 30 years.
Well, Nami didn't want to make games for a long time there.
Pachinko.
They'd rather do the Pachinko. I'm pretty sure all the other companies have the Pachinko stuff too, but at least they're still trying. You gotta give them credit. At least they're trying.
Man, I'm not one to give out participation awards.
That's fair, but this game does look decent. Doesn't look bad. So.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be alright.
Hopefully it's pretty good.
The 2D hybrid side scroller, whatever.
It's 4-player co-op too. So that's cool.
Interesting. That just seems like it would be a mess on screen, but
I mean, I think that's gonna add to it. It's gonna be like the Mario. What the hell is that game? Like the puzzle Mario game you can play co-op.
Oh no!
Not the puzzle one. The you can create the levels in.
Mario Maker.
Oh,
Mario Maker, and you can play that co-op, and it's just absolute chaos.
I mean, seems like something to do again with the homies.
Yeah, pretty cool idea. I'm glad it's being made. Next up on the list,
I'm glad they're still making all right shit. I guess.
Yeah. Next up on the list, they got Alan Wake 2. Got a big gameplay reveal, which looks.
I still gotta play the first one.
So here's the thing, right? You can play the first one. It's available on your PS5. It was tempting to be scary, and some parts are kind of scary. Game came out in 2010, and it was from a Remedy. People who make it. It's from a Remedy that was more focused on action than most things. And the game kind of contradicts itself, right? It's trying to be the scary horror game, but there is tons of combat. There are multiple sections with infinite enemies, right? And not to say that the combat is terrible, but it's not good enough to have that much combat in it. I think that severely dampened the first game. How much combat is in it? The story's good, writing's excellent. Always, every Remedy game writing's pretty good. Too much combat. Alan Wake 2, they clearly have learned a lesson. They've been going full survival horror. And it looks way more interesting.
I'm excited to see what's going on. Finally, now that I actually have the chance to play the first one, I will play the first one. And we'll see what that second one all about.
Well, I hope it's pretty good. I mean, Summer Games Fest had a lot of games here. John Carpenter showed a game called Toxic Commando.
Yeah, I saw a little something on that.
It looked kind of interesting, but not sure that much gameplay. I love John Carpenter. He makes a cool game. Pretty sure he loves video games. He always talks about them on Twitter or something. That's awesome. Good for him. Akira Toriyama is apparently making another game.
Oh, Sandland?
Sandland.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Old comic of his or something. Yeah, it was a manga from 2000. It has tank and melee combat. That's interesting. There hasn't really been a tank game in a long time, so.
Bro, we don't need tank games. We got Armored Core 6
coming out. What you mean, bro?
Armored Core is coming out. I forgot about that, but they didn't show a trailer at Summer Games Fest.
They did show gameplay.
Yeah, they have new gameplay out though.
They did drop gameplay. No, not this one.
But you know what else showed gameplay? The only Pokemon game I'm ever gonna play.
Oh yeah, Blickymon?
A game called Pal World. That's the name of the game. Coming out early next January, apparently. I was blown away, dude. I was caught completely off guard. I'm like, oh, it's another shitty Pokemon game. I hate Pokemon. Blah 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 blah. Pokemon's for little babies, right? With no brains. And then this motherfucking Raichu monster pulled out a goddamn minigun. They started. And I was like, oh shit, bro. I'm playing a Pokemon game instantly.
They started blasting.
They started blasting.
Yeah, it was really funny too because it opened like a Pokemon trailer, right? It's really happy-go-lucky music. Everyone's riding their Pokemon around, having a good time. And then this dude just busts out the minigun and starts fucking shooting each other. And they kind of keep the happy-go-lucky music, which is really awkward because they just got like these sheep Pokemon, like these cute little sheep Pokemon posted up behind like Browning 50 cals. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, wait. So Infamous. After the trailer, right? I looked up some more of the game.
Who's Infamous, bro?
You. Use your government name. James.
Yes, sir.
No, so I looked up some more of the gameplay, and it had this dude walking up to like this like bunny monster or whatever, and threw the Pokeball at it. Obviously, he didn't catch because it was full health, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, he goes summon his Pokemon, weaken it. This man put out a bow and arrow, started blasting that little thing. G, he ran up and started beating his ass, then caught it.
So we finally got the animal abuse simulator. Apparently. That's
wild. Blasted, G.
That's gonna make some great memes. I can't wait for that.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
So they also showed what else did they show? Another Lord of the Rings game called Return to Moria, which I believe is a survival crafting. A survival crafting adventure game that looks like the sequel to Golem. It looks awful, and I hope they do something about it. I'm sure people will play it because people like that survival thing and probably have more of a concept behind it than He Who Shall Not Be Named. But
what's wrong with the Golem? Gee.
It still doesn't look
Game
good.
Of the year.
Why the hell are we making fucking Lord of the Ring games like this, bro? Make a cool, like, big ass open third person action game, Lord of the Rings. Come on.
Gollum was the go-to.
Dude, absolutely ridiculous.
Like, it's like making a Harry Potter game and you get to play as fucking Dobby, bro. You want to fucking play as Dobby?
I feel like there was a Harry Potter movie game where you played as Dobby for a second.
Can I play as Dobby and I can collect socks?
Earn your freedom.
Fuck that. That's it. Listen, don't hit right. Talk about earning
It didn't hit right in the game, the show, movie.
Harry Potter Dobby's Revenge, bro.
Dude,
I'm sure there's better slave simulators out there.
Wow. What did you say? Slave simulators? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, hey yo.
No. They should have Harry Potter Dobby's Revenge though. That would be sick. Like
Dobby's Unleashed,
bro.
Dude, and they just showed Dobby with like a fucking Slytherin hood up and like a wand popping out. Yo, that'd be sick as hell. Oh my god. I'm getting excited. Because that's the same vein as the freaking the stupid dude from Star Wars. What the hell is his name? Jar Jar Binks. Like Darth Jar Jar,
boy, Darth Jar Jar.
You have to get like Slytherin freaking Dobby, bro, off the hinges, just killing people. Like the opening of the game is you earning your freedom and realizing, as you realizing the shit going on to your race as like the Dobby people, whatever the hell they're called.
The Dobby people is just fine.
Aren't they just
I don't know what the hell they are. I'm be honest, I have no idea.
Elves. I don't know. They just look like wet dog people.
the wet dog people. He sees what's happening. It's super fucked up.
I gotta look this up now. I'm curious.
He finds his wand. He walks up to some dude, abusing some dude, and he just murders the shit out of him. And it's about fucking freeing the Dobby people. That'd be sick. That's actually an interesting premise, unlike that stupid.
I'd rather play that than Gollum.
Yeah, exactly, he's a house elf. He's a house elf.
House elf.
Gotta keep the house elves in check.
They even put the word house in there. Ooh, damn.
It's the same. It's from the same terminology. So
do they have field elves too, or what?
No, they do, bro.
You
damn.
know.
But moving on from this horrifically close to being banned segment. Got Final
black.
Fantasy VII.
Gotta say that we black. Most of us.
Lerone's not. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis getting a close beta. Coming up.
He tried to take away your
Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, bro. Who's playing this mobile game about Sephiroth before he was a bitch? He was still kind of a bitch.
So I could play as some random soldier jobber and get murdered.
Am I tripping? Did that game look way too good to be a mobile game?
That was a CG trailer, bro. It's not gameplay.
I mean, the gameplay didn't look that bad. It's a mobile game, so you know it's a gacha game, which means no thanks.
No.
I mean, you play gacha games. What you mean? You and Lerone.
You gotta realize, like, you play one, you playing them all. I work.
I do realize that.
But you play one.
I know. That's how I know they're bad. The fuck are you talking about? What you mean? I've played many a bad game of varying intensities. I deserve to be able to talk about them. No thanks.
So, screw that game.
Just go ahead.
No, fuck no.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I got kicked out the chat.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah, but if it's me, you finna fight, nigga. What the fuck you saying?
I'm saying.
We're talking kick out the party? No.
Nah, hey, yo, Infamous had a pocket, bro.
I think Lerone's a house elf.
Nah,
I'm definitely not saying that. Alright, so the next game was a game from the people who made Vampire. Remember that game? Which none of us ever played. I still hear it's super
game
good.
Any good?
It was very good, apparently.
I don't know about that one.
Lerone, you might want to try that since Vampire the Masquerade ain't happening.
Yeah, actually,
we don't want to talk about that bullshit.
They're making another one, aren't they?
Vampire. What?
Oh wait, I think they had to restart it or some shit because they said
there's a whole thing. Yeah, that got canceled and restarted. That shit's gone. But
that shit ain't never coming out.
From the makers of Vampire, which when I was playing, it was pretty good. I just never had the time to finish it, but the dialogue was excellent.
Wasn't it free at one point?
It's still full. Yeah, it's not still free, but it was free if you added it to your library.
Yeah. Their name Don't Nod. That people made it, but
yeah, I've heard of Don't Nod.
They've been around for a while.
They did Remember, right?
I think so.
Remember Me?
That trash ass game.
That was like.
Was that that chick parkour?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That was like the first. That was like one of the first games they made. I think that was with Capcom too. That's wild. But they made a game called Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, which actually looks super sick. It looks like it's a story about like a dude who like peer into like another realm. And like I guess his loved one is this lady who died or something, and she was like let's call him like an exorcist. It's kind of like that, right? He's like co-exorcist, and I guess she's dead and she's in the spirit realm, so he can like tap into it to see her, and you can like team up. But when he does that, like the monsters come out, right? He has to deal with that, like ghosts and wolves and shit. And it's like medieval times, so super interesting premise. And the writing in Vampire was great, and I thought that was pretty cool. So. That looks pretty interesting. Baldur's Gate 3 showed a new trailer. The game already looks great. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Twisted Metal, though, bro. Are you guys ready for the Twisted Metal with Anthony Mackie coming out on July 27th?
Nope.
I mean, if we're talking about shows too, I ain't gonna lie, that shit don't look too good, Chief.
Anthony Mackie. I feel like we should do a group watch of like at least the first episode, not the whole.
I could do it.
But be fair,
Anthony Mackie is not a cool dude. I'm sorry.
What?
He's not a cool he doesn't do a good job at playing cool characters.
Oh, I don't think he's trying to be a cool guy. Like that's why that's one of the things I think is gonna be good at. The show doesn't look like it's taking itself seriously, which I think is good because Twisted Metal was always kind of off the fucking rails, like goofy.
Yeah.
And like a trailer they showed, like they were singing some song where the dude was fucking right behind his ass, like and his other dude was up against the wall. Like there's tons of memes about it. You should check it out. It's really funny, but like they knew what they were doing, right? It's supposed to be goofy, and the fact that they do know that makes me kind of want to watch it. Cause it's like, okay, it could be funny.
Decent. I think it'll be decent. I don't think Twisted Metal was ever
super. I mean, it had really dark shit happening, but it never took itself that seriously.
I got nothing against Anthony Mackie.
Did you see Altered Carbon?
No, but I heard that the first season was okay. They said like they wrote him up to be this cool badass, and then he just gets his ass beat like all the time.
In the first season, I think
they're saying just in the show in general, the first season was the best one. And then they said after that he just got his ass beat nonstop.
Anthony Mackie was the one for the second season, and I will tell you right now, like I'm sure that the story was written that way too, but he just did not do a good job of being like a cool. That's why like I will never see him as a cool character. Like this man is Captain America now, I believe, right? He's the same guy. Am I tripping?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that man, he's not cool. He's not cool.
I mean,
he's just not a cool guy. He's not a cool guy. He's not the one to play cool guys. He's like
main character status.
Yeah, he's definitely secondary character status. There's no.
I feel like if they wrote him well enough, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But he's always. So all right, he's always the support. He's always the support. Dude.
Michael B. Jordan is like, even though he's not like cool, right? He was able to play somebody like Killmonger. Anthony Mackie could not play Killmonger, and I could not take that shit seriously.
I mean,
yeah, you're right about that, right?
Not necessarily.
No, he's right about that. I'm about to side with my boy on this one. That shit ain't happening. He couldn't sell that.
He could not sell it. He's just not in his range. It's not his forte. I don't think he could ever be able to do something like that.
I have no opinion.
We so far off.
Right.
I mean, because
Rodney, it's okay, bro. It's okay.
I mean, I don't care for Anthony Mackie that much, so I'm indifferent. But it's just like damn, Marvel's ass. Let's continue.
All right. So continuing with Marvel's ass, we got that new trailer for that Marvel Snap. No, I'm kidding. We're not talking about that.
Oh God.
There actually is a new trailer for.
There is, but fuck that. We're not talking about it. Path of Exile 2 though got a new gameplay trailer. It's only a minute long, but damn, that should look pretty. I know we just
they were out there blasting.
It looks almost as good as Diablo do, if not better, on some instances that they show with the graphical effects and stuff. It was very cool. I hope that game realizes that its biggest weakness is complexity and somehow manages to keep it and just explain it. Because holy shit, that game's awesome, but it's like trying to read the entire library when you do anything. Dang.
Yeah. Okay.
Got that.
What else we got?
Okay, so this one made me very excited. I almost shit my pants watching this. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, bro. The game we never thought got a sequel. I never would have thought I got a sequel. Gets a sequel. It looks sick as fuck, and it's gonna be co-op. 3-player co-op, bro. Holy shit.
I'm so down.
I'm not as excited as you guys, but I will very gratefully watch you play.
Rodney's been getting into Warhammer now. Big Warhammer now. I've been reading a bunch of this shit. I want to play the Boltgun game. I want more games to play. I want to play Dark Tide, but I heard that was rough. I want to play more of the 40K games. They got some really sketch shit on the PlayStation Network. I just want to try. just to dabble, right? Because this is like the one Warhammer game that's like, it was like an actual video game, like a fully developed video game. It was super good. And it's getting a sequel, and it looks fucking super good. Like, oh my god, I'm super excited. Warhammer is like the untapped fucking Star Wars. I feel like it's been around for so long, and that shit could be so big if they just put the right people in the right place and do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
About that.
I'm very hyped for it. I'm getting it. We're gonna share, play it, do whatever, so everybody can see the glory.
Yeah, dude. I'm assuming Eric's probably got it.
You know Eric good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jumping into hordes and tearing into just tearing them apart with my bare hands. I'm down.
Probably not gonna have crossplay. I'll just buy it on PlayStation, but I kind of want to buy it on PC too to see how nice it looks. But
I mean, we can always wait and see if they say anything about crossplay.
More importantly, even Warhammer, right? Most important news dropped at Summer Games Fest. Even more important than Marvel Snap was that the motherfucking OG Prince of Kings and Gods amongst men, Nicolas Cage, is coming to Dead by Daylight, bro.
When I saw that, I was like, why?
Bro, that man got up on stage and was just saying some raunchy stuff, bro. He said, I want to make sure that we fuse. I made sure that everything was as close as possible. Yo, bro, chill the fuck out.
Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage has somehow managed to be more popular than he ever was now, and is just kind of basking in it. And good for him, because he's kind of got fucked, and he made a comeback. He made a comeback, and that's pretty cool.
I put Nicolas Cage.
They have a movie out that was just literally just him on like an island getting hunted or some shit.
I have no idea.
It was him and Pedro Pascal. He wasn't being hunted, but he became friends with like a super powerful like drug lord or something, because the drug lord was a huge fan of his movies.
He just played himself.
It's like The Unbearable Weight of Talent or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good for Nicolas Cage. I don't know why you went Dead by Daylight, but go ahead. I don't remember that man being in a single horror movie. Maybe he was.
What you mean, Ghost Rider 2?
Right? I was going to say that right.
That shit scared the fuck out of me.
That was like comedy.
That shit gave me nightmares.
Oh my god.
That shit was so bad.
Are you good, Michael?
God damn, boy, that movie was
Ghost Rider 2
travesty, bro.
I literally haunt you like the spirit of vengeance.
I don't remember.
Oh,
you blocked for your memory, bro.
It's funny. I feel like I have a photographic memory for the dumbest, worst shit, and it sucks.
It's not a good power.
Not a good power at all.
My
God.
Cage back at it. Hopefully he's coming back with that third Ghost Rider movie. I'm waiting.
Hopefully it's not whoever directed the second one.
Hopefully
that man never works.
He directs it himself.
Why you disrespectful, bro?
He disrespectful. What you mean?
Damn, that was a Marvel movie,
bro. That's a Marvel cinematic.
Try to feed his family, bro.
Let's be real. Marvel is in the fucking sludge pile right now.
Yeah, they're kind of hitting.
Secret Invasion, bro.
That shit's gonna be ass.
That's gonna be trash. What the fuck?
How is that gonna be a
It's all about Nick Fury, bro.
They shouldn't be.
They turned Nick Fury into a fucking joke, so.
They did
kind of ruin that man's character at the expense of fucking Captain Marvel, who I don't even like.
I mean, to be fair, they ruined a lot of shit for the sake of Captain Marvel, and I didn't even see the movie, and I know exactly what they fucked.
They really fucked up the whole they did something
that fucked up everything.
The whole canonical line of the movies.
Because a lot of shit that was built up before that movie, they all of a sudden changed it so that fucking Plank is the source of it.
All right, bro. We're not gonna go into Marvel. That's a whole.
We gotta talk about this one of these days.
One day.
The next Avengers game comes out, we'll talk mad shit about it. But until then, we got another trailer game called Witchfire, which I feel like has been being shown for like fucking 10 years now. It's just like a first-person shooter, like medieval, like witches, not medieval, but like. What is that, like 1800s Victorian era stuff? Like witches and ghouls and goblins and shit, like flintlock pistols. Pretty cool looking.
That shit die where it's at, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's from the people who made Bulletstorm, though, if you know what that is.
I knew that shit looked familiar.
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which is nothing like Bulletstorm, but, you know. And then Painkiller, which is what Bulletstorm, I'm pretty sure, came from. Painkiller was the OG Bulletstorm, bro. That game's old as shit. But yeah, it looks like that's a crazy FPS game with super like gothic setting. It looks cool. Hopefully it actually comes out. I think they set a release date. Early access, September 20th. Ridiculous, bro. That game's been developed for like 10 years. Whatever. Better, Remnant 2 got a release date.
Hype.
Remnant was a super excellent third-person shooter Souls game. Super good. The second one looks even better.
Doesn't that one come out in like a month?
July 25th, bro. Unbelievable. Games just be coming out.
Games coming out, bro.
It's coming out. And they said this shit's going to go crazy with the procedural generation. They said your own campaign progress can't save in between worlds. because your campaign isn't going to be the same campaign as all the motherfuckers, bro. And people are like, huh? And they're like, yeah, you're going to start the game somewhere different than this other dude. It's going to be fucking crazy. That's nuts.
Drop a link in the chat or something, bro. I got to see what you're talking about.
I will.
That sounds cool, but like, man, goddamn, I just really have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Remnant has one of the best art styles, like, because Souls games, right, they kill it in art and aesthetic and atmosphere, right? Like the same gameplay pretty much every game, but like this Remnant is probably the second closest in terms of art style. They have whoever's making the art is excellent. Super interesting designs and shit. The gameplay is on point. It's just it's very hard to do cool like character designs like that don't look goofy. They definitely do it. You want the second game's trailer though?
Yeah, for sure. I'll look at that later or in the shadows while I'm plotting Dobby's revenge.
Dobby's revenge.
Pitch that. That's $1 billion idea right there.
That is not $1 billion idea. It probably makes some money.
What else we got?
You guys haven't played Remnant?
There was one Ubisoft game. I think Infamous was talking about it.
Not done. The same one. We got plenty of games. Don't worry. We're coming. Next game was Immortals of Avium, which a lot of people saying looks like BioShock Infinite, pretty much, with like Doom.
Oh yeah.
They had like
the one with all the magic spells and shit.
Magic spells and like crazy, steampunk kind of stuff going on. They had like the lead character. I'm just the guy playing the main character come out, talk about a bunch of gameplay. Looks very pretty. I know nothing else about the game, and I don't think it's anywhere near as interesting as any BioShock, but it definitely looks cool.
Now that you mentioned BioShock, there was one, but I'll mention it later. But
there was another game, that looked exactly like BioShock, which Denzel will be interested in. We'll get there in a second. I think it was called Clockwork something, but
yeah, Clockwork Revolution. Okay, yeah.
I don't know if that was showed at this or not, but yeah, Clockwork Revolution. We'll talk about it. Clockwork Revolution is the next game from In Exile. Denzel, do you know who In Exile is?
No, not the top of my head.
Wasteland 3.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hey, we eating out here, bro. Wait, is it gonna run better? Because that
Wasteland 3
literally crashed. Like,
not gonna be on any PlayStation console, but
yeah, I mean, whatever I play it on, it better not crash 80 times.
Looks just like BioShock Infinite.
Crazy. Interesting.
And it's a first-person RPG time.
Oh, I see Remnant now. I see what it is. Okay.
But I'm putting the Clockwork Revolution in there too. Yeah, it looks like BioShock Infinite, like on the border of plagiarism, like.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like a city in the sky.
City in the sky with the crazy.
This is what I thought you were talking about earlier. Yeah, I saw
that.
Group of like anti-establishment people with like the steampunk robots and stuff.
And they just got Comstock with a chick.
Comstock's a chick, and instead of like the rifts opening into different times, just straight up time travel happening. So it's like different scenarios happening, which I'm fine with. It looks cool.
Buddy ass that was walking with the top hat on top of the little like wheels and shit. That's just hilarious.
And what? Clockwork?
Like some Whoville shit.
Yeah, it was. He's like, I'm getting there faster than I was just normally walking. That's just big cap shit, bro. I'll fuck with it.
Yeah,
that's privilege shit right there.
Yeah, for real. What else we got?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was pretty much it for the games I was interested in. Xbox Showcase, talking about everything.
Can we talk about one thing that we kind of skipped over?
What's that?
big shout out to Payday 3 coming out, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, Payday.
I forgot about
Payday
that.
3 showed gameplay.
It's coming out September 21st too.
Coming out September, and I said they're going to New York City to go rob all those rich assholes, which that's awesome.
We robbing you too, Infamous. We heard
I'll help you rob me. I literally can give you nothing because I have shit, so you know. That's fine.
He was like, "Come here and take all of my nothing."
Yes.
Yeah, all this nothing, but yeah, that
thank
was
God
good.
for Payday. That's awesome. I think Spider-Man got a release date.
Payday
talked about Spider-Man. Oh, I'm retarded, bro. Absolutely dumb as shit. Yeah, Payday 3 is awesome. That's cool. I forgot about the fucking kicker. We also skipped over the other kicker, the previous one. Let's go back and talk about the Starfield thing.
Finally, say that for last.
I was going to say for the last for the other press conference, but whatever. It was on the Xbox thing. It was like a whole hour and a half. It went into great detail showing off gameplay.
Yeah, the Starfield Direct.
Yeah, the Starfield Direct or whatever it was, and kind of sad. Todd Howard talking about how he probably won't be around for another game after the next Elder Scrolls. Or at least not working there, but you never know. But that's what happens when you take 10 years to make a game. So Starfield, they showed some gameplay. They showed a bunch of combat. They showed character creation. They showed some talking. They showed a return of a fan favorite. And they showed some exploration. And what did you guys think? Assuming you guys saw it.
I thought that shit looked great.
The little bit that I saw, nothing reached out. I was not impressed.
I see the potential, but they saved the most compelling thing about that whole game was literally like the last 1 second of the direct. When they like showed the force powers you get at some point. That was about it.
Yeah, like the Dragonborn power.
Whatever it was, this man walked the hallway, raised his hand, and killed everybody. I was like, "What?" Yeah. And that was it.
That's interesting. Let
me start off by saying this, right? The game, in my opinion, didn't look bad. It just looked a little bit boring from what we saw.
I mean, I don't get how you guys like stuff like Fallout, but then look at this and say it looks boring because
I go into a whole explanation. Are you ready?
Yeah, for real.
I've been waiting for your explanation because for me, I'm looking at this shit, right? I'm just gonna give a little prelude. I'm looking at this. I've never played Starfield.
I want you to type in. I want you to type in just type in Fallout. Go to images on Google. All
right. That's fine.
Past the purchase things and just look at do I have to hit concept art? Not really. Just scroll down, you see it, right? You see the aesthetic. Like, what's the aesthetic of Fallout instantly? Just by seeing a picture of
it's like art. Dirty, rusty.
It's rusty, it's destroyed, it's abandoned. And then what's the contrast immediately? Like what's in most of these pictures? Like a guy in armor with a gun, right? The gun's maybe futuristic, the armor's futuristic, right? It instantly establishes a setting and tone, right? You have a complete annihilated world with, science fiction-esque technology. World established. What's the problem? The world's destroyed. What are you going to do in the game? Explore the destroyed world with the crazy cool shit. Okay? You play Fallout, what do you get? You get extremely somber tone, destroyed, world is over-esque vibe the whole time. You get it contradicted to the music playing on the radios and happy, 30s, 20s, 40s, 50s music in a fucking destroyed building with a family of skeletons on a couch. Right? Go into that fucking building, you find nuclear launch codes or some shit into a bunker somewhere on the map. You go there, it's a whole fucking exploration into what it means to be a human. Why are you better than us if we're mutated? There's a whole exponential explanation of what's going on there. And the combat's ridiculous, gory, and fucked up. That's Fallout. Starfield, I was shown a gun that was a square that makes lights come out of it. It has no visual design at all. It's like literally a square, and it kills things you point it at. And the aesthetic is barren wasteland of a planet. There's no aesthetic. There's like 2 cities they showed. The music is like, what was the music? I'm not gonna judge the music, so they don't really show any music. Like, what is the pull, Starfield? Why do I want to play this game?
The pull is freedom.
It's freedom.
So it's No Man's Sky.
I mean, it's a better No Man's Sky. Well, No Man's Sky
that's not that hard to do.
What's better about it?
So,
what did they show that looks better than anything I talked about?
I mean, the combat looked better to me than No Man's Sky.
You think okay, from No Man's Sky for sure. But what about Fallout?
I mean, I didn't, I'm not the person to talk to about Fallout because I haven't played any of the, I barely played Fallout New Vegas. I didn't play Fallout 3, really.
So,
I played Fallout 4 and I didn't.
We're not going to compare Fallout 1 and 2, right? Because they were completely different types of games, but it's very similar to Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas pretty much are the same game in terms of gameplay, right? They have really jank shooter controls, but they're supplemented by a super cinematic, RPG-driven mechanic. Okay. Fallout 4 was finally like, all right, let's make good shooting controls and like gameplay facilitating around that. And they did for the most part, right? Guns shoot, they have recoil, they have a visual design that's interesting when you fire them. But they pretty much lost the in-depth or uniqueness of a lot of the guns from Fallout 3 New Vegas. That was a big problem for it. You can customize your gun, make whatever you want, but there's no like sets. This is kind of the biggest problem with Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is all about making your own thing, but Fallout 3 New Vegas was about exploring the things made for you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going exploring interesting settlement with interesting characters and getting unique loot, you make a settlement to do nothing with characters and then get loot that you make your own of. Starfield looks like the same thing, worse on a larger scale. Like, they showed one character, didn't seem especially interesting. They didn't like the most interesting character I saw was like the bad guy, like at the Raider place. Like they showed for like 1 second. Everyone else seemed very generic, right? The shooting looked worse than Fallout 4, straight up. Like, there's no recoil on your guns. There's no visual like feedback when you fire almost. Like nothing happens. When you shoot people, like they don't really react. There's not like the huge gore explosions when you fucking shoot people in Fallout. Right? It was just like the guy fell over and died. Like you clicked on him and turned him off. So like as a shooter, it looks terrible. I think it looked awful. I think it looked worse than 3 in New Vegas, which was fucking crazy. They showed flying with jetpacks and shit. It looked jank as fuck because it's a fucking Bethesda game, so that kind of comes with the territory. But like, you don't really play those games for the gameplay, right? It doesn't really matter. What matters is like the world, the atmosphere. Like, am I gonna step into Starfield and be like, holy shit? I didn't get that from the trailer. I got that from every trailer of every other game they've ever made, even Fallout 4. Even Fallout 76, I got that from the trailer, even though the game was like an atrocious catastrophe. If their job was to sell me on the game, they completely failed to do it. So, because of the...
I feel you. I guess I'm just a little bit more hopeful, and I also don't know as much as you do about what they've done in the past. So I'm like, I look at this and I see something that
What do you see? What do you imagine it to be?
Well, I mean, I like the concept of No Man's Sky. Like, I bought that game. Like,
I like the concept of exploring the universe too. I think that's sick. I love Mass Effect. That's like my favorite game ever. Mass Effect 1, that was a huge part of.
Yeah, but I mean, this just to me seems like it does that. You get the customization, you like, making your own ship. I thought that was cool. Building the crew, depending on how intricate the missions are to add people, it can be interesting. I don't much care for like mining ores and shit, But I definitely thought it was awesome. Like, you could fucking destroy, like, shoot somebody's ship, dock that shit, kill them, take their ship. I'm like, that's shit cool like idea, that. Yeah. I just like, like, it's just something about the concept that I like. And then, like, I'm not really too into, like, having so many planets, because it's like, at a certain point, I feel like I'm just spending so much time going to a different planet, like going to different planets, that it's like a waste of time. But
it could be procedural generated, so they could be repeating hard as hell at some point.
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Repeating, but like they said, they use procedural generation to make the parts in between the interesting locations. My question is, how many interesting locations did you guys make for 1,000 planets?
Yeah, the one thing that's about a planet, right, is like, how much of the planet are you going to explore? Because that's why I'm like, we don't need GTA 6 to be multiple planets. Honestly, like, it could be a fucking full country, and that shit's amazing, right? Because everything's going to be very specific.
Country.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying, like, right? If it was that big, you'll be like, that's fucking amazing. Like, you have that much room. Because, like, we've only had multiple cities before, right? But the cities are so big that, it's good. These planets, like, how much are we actually going to explore? Because, I mean, like, for example, back to Jedi Survivor, like, you go to different planets, but really it's just like one fucking area, right? It's basically a city. It's a planet, quote unquote, but it's really just a fucking city, right? So, like, if they're just a whole bunch of cities, like, that's fine. I just don't think that they're gonna be that big anyway. But I like that ability. I like the customization. I like the exploration of space kind of thing. I feel like there's gonna be like just like a bunch of like shit that you can find out there. Yeah, and like the gameplay to me looked okay. Like, I mean, it didn't look any worse than like fucking Fallout 4 to me personally, and I played that, so I was just interested. I mean, it looked cool.
All right. Lerone?
I can't play that shit anyway though, because I don't have an Xbox.
The best way I could describe my feelings is when I was looking at everything they showed. Like I said, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's a little bit boring. I felt like I was going through like a NASA museum or something.
Yeah.
Like, the space museum, that's interesting, but I wouldn't want to do it for a long period of time.
Well, where's
right?
I want to play that. Like,
and
I think if they have an interesting sequence, they should have showed it. Like, Fallout 3, they had a gameplay trailer. I remember them showing them running through the city, shooting fucking raiders, showing the crazy gore, showing the guns you can get, the loot you can get, showing the music, the video, the ambulance. Like, they showed everything that would make you want to play it. Like, that's sick. Fallout New Vegas did the same thing. Skyrim's fucking demo is like legendary to me. It's fucking so hype. Oblivion, I remember them showing off the procedural AI thing they had, and that being crazy when it came out. This, like, if this was supposed to be that, like, maybe it's not. Maybe they're gonna show like the thing I'm talking about later, but they showed nothing of interest in the game. They didn't show the character going somewhere, getting a quest, looking around, seeing what's interesting in the location, finding it, like doing the combat, getting something from the combat, and like what is the gameplay that I'm going to be experiencing? Because all I saw was I'm going to fucking fly around on an empty planet, do fuck all, go back on my ship because I don't want to mine resources or build a fucking campsite or what the fuck would they call the Fallout 4? A settlement. Yeah. I don't want to fucking do any of that shit. I don't care. I want to explore the fucking universe full of mysteries and find some cool shit. They didn't show that at all. They didn't show anything. They showed like you shooting a couple raiders.
And my thing is like, and I get it. They're trying to show you. They were showing you what the game was, what you would be like able to do, right? But I feel like they should have, at the very least, probably said something about the actual like story. That's never been like the main story has never been the strongest part of any of their games. But I feel like it would have been at least enough of a grab to supplement what they showed.
Show me the big.
Show me at least the stakes of what I'm doing.
Show me like
there were no stakes in that game.
In Skyrim, they showed you leaving Whiterun and fighting the fucking dragon by the tower, right? That was like the big cinematic moment. And, like you calling a thunderstorm, and that was sick. Or I don't know what the hell they did.
Never all that. Just this freaking trailer where you have freaking Helmet Man walking up talking about some folks from dog. They call him Dragonborn. That shit was hype as hell.
Is hype as fuck. There's not a single trailer for Starfield that's even remotely exciting. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Like, I'm some asshole in space doing nothing. Like, what?
I feel exactly what you're saying, though. I feel you. They didn't. I feel like that's I don't know if that's because they literally don't have it, but it really seemed as though they took a completely different way of showing you what was going on. It seemed like they really just wanted to show you every possibility because there's so much in the game. There's so fucking much. Like there's enough for 3 different games baked into one.
Show me so like 10-minute section of it.
A 10-minute section of like story, right?
Of something interesting happening. Like that's my point.
Yeah,
if there's,
they definitely didn't.
That's what I'm worried about. If they didn't show it, it's either because they don't have it, which is what I think. They don't have anything they're willing to show, or 2, maybe they're just waiting. But I don't know why you would wait when you had an hour-long presentation of your game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they just ended up spending that hour just trying to show everything that they possibly could in terms of like the gameplay and what you could do instead of focusing on the story. I feel like before the game comes out, for sure they'll have a better trailer of like something that's going to establish the stakes. But I feel like that was just more of like, kind of like a tech demo kind of thing, like where they showed you everything. But yeah, I feel what you're saying now. I
have my fingers crossed. And for my fingers, I like my fingers crossed that they're gonna have dismemberment. I feel like that was a censored version they have for the direct.
Maybe. And there was my point. It didn't have to be dismemberment. There's no visual feedback on shooting enemies.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't feel good to shoot people. Like, why would I shoot it? They showed punching. Punching looked incredibly fun.
Punching dope.
Out there,
you felt them punches.
The fucking uppercut. Like, what the fuck? Where is this for the guns? That was crazy. I don't care about building a ship. Like, that's a cool idea. I would care more about upgrading my ship, like making it actually better at something. I don't know if it actually does that.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they said
your upgrades actually change everything.
All right. Like I don't care the shape of it. I want you to design the shape. I want it to look cool like the Normandy, bro. I can't make that. I'm not a fucking designer. I don't want to make that. I'm gonna make a fucking flying penis. Let's be real. Like, are you kidding me? It's the same thing with the settlements. Like, I don't want to make a settlement. I don't want to fucking pretend like I have any agency in that bullshit. I don't. My character does not. It's bullshit to keep the Minecraft people happy. Like, I don't care about that at all.
Look.
Go ahead. Like, it's cool to have it, but I want designed world. I want the shit you guys have been spending almost a decade on. Like, I can't believe they've spent this much time on this. I want it, like, what have you made? What is the content in the game? They hinted at the telekinesis or whatever the hell it was at the end. That should not have been a 1-second hint, bro.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Like, how did he get that power? What is that power? Where did it come from? Who made it?
Holding shit back, bro. I don't know why. Maybe the marketing team was like,
they're holding back. It looks like shit.
Don't be making sense. Just like, why the fuck didn't Sony reveal the release date for Spider-Man 2 at their own fucking showcase and instead wait? It's marketing shit, bro. I feel like they have something, right? And maybe I'll look back on this and be like, damn, Denzel, you mean what the fuck you're talking about?
I hope that's true.
Yeah, I feel like they have something and they're waiting to show it a little bit closer to when it's going to come out. Which is kind of funny because this shit got delayed 2-3 times already.
It got delayed off the destined release, bro. They had it 11/11/12. It was supposed to be the sequel to Skyrim, bro, and they delayed it past that.
Yeah.
This is because I become jaded.
Wait, is it not September anymore? Oh my god.
I think it is September now, but it's not 11/11/12, right? It was supposed to be that day because 11/11/11 was Skyrim, and they missed it, and that's really not good. If they missed that, that's not a good sign. I think Rodney can say this a lot too. When you see games do this, it's not because they're doing well, right? Not because they're hiding the good stuff from you, right? I would love to be that optimistic person again, but like that shit don't happen.
People done fucked up way too much.
They didn't show the gameplay for how long? Why? Because that shit was fucking ass cheeks, bro.
Sinking.
It was awful.
Yeah. I mean,
they don't show games because the game is bad. That's just from my experience. That's how it's been. If they're hiding it, that's not good. That's not a good sign, right? It's a fucking stupid marketing decision. I hope that's the case.
I feel like nowadays, in particular, like if anything, people jump the gun too fucking soon. Like nowadays, if you hiding shit, like you said, it's either because it's bad or you just don't have anything to show, which is worse.
Yeah. So, not a good look for me. But Denzel's optimistic. Lerone, I know Lerone's optimistic in his heart of hearts, but I want to be there when the fucking ship sinks.
The game looked. I know saying a wild thing to say about Bethesda's game, but the game looked somewhat functional.
Somewhat functional. I'm not even care about the bugs. Like, I don't care if I fall to world. I don't care if my character's animation is jank.
Fuck.
I don't give a shit. That's been all the Fallout games. I loved every single one of them. Right? Other than maybe 4, I didn't love, but I still liked it. It was still fun to play. Right? Elder Scrolls game. It had all that jank. None of that shit mattered at all. Because at the core of the game, it wasn't like that 100% of the time. It was fun, interesting things to do and explore, and like the premise was good, right? It was immersive as fuck. That's all that matters. So I hope it can do that.
For sure.
And Rodney was like, that shit's ass, right, Rodney?
I was not impressed. Then again, it takes a lot for me to freaking be impressed. Because all of this shit is
dude. Especially, the last thing they showed was the adoring fan running up. Did you see that shit, Denzel?
That shit was funny.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Well, that
reminded me of a video that I saw of like one of the old Elder Scrolls.
Do you want to know why, Rodney?
It looked ugly as fuck.
Do you want to know why? Because that's from Oblivion. It's from Oblivion.
Okay,
the fucked up character faces, that's what you're thinking of. It's this guy called the Adoring Fan. He had the crazy Super Saiyan hair. He'd run up. He'd be like, buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura. I think he even says that.
I do remember that,
in the trailer. Yeah, and he's like, he's oogling you. He loves you. You're the best dude ever. He just wants to follow you around and shit, right? And he's just a super meme. He's super funny. He's trash. He like dies all the time in the game. He actually was him. And like people would always take him and like fucking push him off cliffs and shit. It was hilarious. So the fact that they brought him back, that's cool. But you know what people do when they don't got shit to show? They go for the fucking
nostalgia.
Oh, they hit you with the nostalgia bait,
and that's really worrying, right? Because it's like, I love that. That's cool. Oh my god, this has happened to me before. They don't got shit. That's not good.
Yeah.
Like that's just jaded experience talking. So I hope I'm wrong, but
I mean, like,
I will say this. One thing that's funny to me.
Nostalgia, like, you gotta sprinkle it inside the hype shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you just showed me like 2 minutes straight of all new footage that
awesome
amazing.
Stuff.
Then at the end, then you hit me with a nostalgia on top. Now
it should be a whole different conversation.
Ooh.
One thing that's funny to me though is I like how having parents is a perk.
Yeah, that was like a weird perk, right? It's like a weird perk system.
Like, yeah, you got parents. What? Yeah, you lose 2% of your income every week. What?
That's weird. There's some cool stuff there, but they gotta show more. They gotta. That shit's wild. Yeah, that was Starfield. Hopefully, it's not star fucked. But moving on, we got the end of the Summer Games Fest, which. Another game, which is like the same, it's longer away, and yet they showed 10 times more exciting stuff. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming in early 2024. They started the trailer out, bro, with saying they showed up fucking people in the body bags, bro, getting rolled up. They're like,
that was crazy.
Aerith's dead. Tifa's dead. Red 13's fucking dead, bro. We killed
Andrew Tate running a box of people, G.
Yo. That guy really is Andrew Tate. That's crazy. Yeah, so they showed that. They were like, bro, check out this giant open world that looks as good as the first game. Don't know how the fuck magical nonsense they're doing to get that to work. The graphics look insane. The story super interesting.
They came out the gate with like tag moves and
they got tag assists.
They knew they had shit to show off. They did not.
They showed it off. They didn't wait, motherfucker. They're like, yo, check out this sick shit, bro. Not shooting a guy and nothing happening. We're not fucking that whack. Holy shit, it's 2023. Fix your fucking gameplay, you fucking assholes. Oh my god, bro.
Agreed.
They showed tons of crazy new stuff, new boss fights, crazy new fucking twist with the remake being a sequel, whatever the fuck's going on in the story. It's super interesting. What else they showed? They showed fucking the tagline. They hit you with the nostalgia on the tagline, bro. 2 discs.
2 discs.
This is the first ever PS5 game to be 2 discs. Insane.
Yeah, well, no. It's not the first one. There was one other game, I can't remember which one it was, but this is the first one that is a PS5 game. I feel like there was
PS4
one
game that was 2 discs? I don't think so.
Yeah, there's another game that was 2 Blu-ray discs.
Did they bring Last Remnant back and that shit was like 7 discs?
I don't know. But for sure though, this is the first game that is 100 gigabyte Blu-ray that's 2 discs. So we already know that shit big as fuck.
That shit thick. This is like, I'm taking your fucking hard drive and I'm gonna kill that shit. That's crazy. This game got balls, bro. That's what I'm talking about. You coming out here showing your stuff, bro. Like a peacock strutting about trying to get that mate. Not fucking around showing me dumb shit.
Trying to get that peacock meat, you know what I'm saying?
That is not words being together on the fucking podcast, but yeah. That shit looked amazing.
I'll say this.
Riding chocobos. Hopefully they do more with the summoning stuff. They do a little bit more with that. The summoning
16 did something that I want every major game to do from now on, G.
What's that?
And that is, I told this about Infamous. I told this to Infamous. I mean James, whatever you want to call this man. But they had the dev fight one of the bosses in the game, right?
Yeah.
That boy sat down, bumped his shit up the hard, just started going ham, parry God, S-rank boss fight. G.
Hey, yo.
That's how you do it, bro. That's how you know your combat good.
Yeah, people need, Starfield should have just did that. Show me, one of your harder bosses.
I don't have an interesting boss fight. I can guarantee you there's not a single interesting boss encounter in that whole game.
What you mean?
I don't expect there to be. It's a fucking Bethesda game, right? That's not what you're there for. All I expected was them to show.
You supposed to choose a boss of Bethesda games.
Absolutely. You're supposed to walk up and one-shot that bitch because you did every side quest in the game already, bro. They just failed at showing anything interesting. I will say this about Final Fantasy 16 compared to 7, though. I think I like 7's combat more than 16, even though 16.
I would agree because that shit is the best of both worlds. Yeah. A lot of people don't like turn-based combat. I love that shit. I've been playing that shit my whole life, right? So I fuck with the action shit, but I fuck with damn near most of the time turn-based shit more. And Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Rebirth just have the best system for pretty much any of the combinations of those I've ever seen. It's like a upgrade to the fucking Kingdom Hearts system, honestly. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I think Final Fantasy 7 is more of the mix, right? It's more Final Fantasy. It's more about understanding weaknesses and strengths of different enemies and your characters and applying that along with action combat, right? Mix their fire weakness and your lightning fucking buff with a parry. Whereas in 16, it's fuck cares about what element you're using. Parry that shit, bitch. That's it. Parry. Which is fun. That's fun. That's great. But is that Final Fantasy? I don't know if it doesn't say Final Fantasy as much to me, right? That's Final Fantasy 7 Remake's combat. If that was the combat for every Final Fantasy game going forward, I would be ecstatic. I feel that was the perfect mix.
Yeah, it's just really good. It's excellent. It's excellent. That's all I can say. It's excellent. And, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I definitely beat Shiva with just Cloud on that game. So I have a very deep appreciation for the combat and how they reward you for playing well.
Yeah. You know how good a game's gameplay is when you play it at a harder difficulty, a harder version. And it definitely shines in that game. I'm sure it'll shine in 16 too. But it'll be all about input and action as opposed to understanding what's going on.
Yeah, 16 is going to be a reflex simulator for real.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Rodney?
I agree.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is honestly what I have been wanting from. It's weird. Like, I wanted that type of Final Fantasy game back when I was playing the original fucking Crisis. Like, when I was playing Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Remake is what I had envisioned it would be at its best, so to speak.
Yeah.
So seeing it actually come to fruition is a dream come true. It truly is.
That's pretty cool.
You get to play as Maul, all the favorite characters. A fucking Cloud, Vincent. Vincent is my favorite. One of my favorites.
You think Vincent's gonna be in this game?
Oh, of course.
He has to. Is, he might not be playable.
He probably DLC.
That depends on
I don't remember what party came in yet. I mean, but this has to be the main chunk of the game because this is the main chunk of the game in the original, right? So,
it depends what you think the main chunk is. Like, this is more the exploratory phase, and the next part is like all the combat, all the big battles.
Because I feel like, all right, you got this part, and then I feel like to end this part off, the big treacherous moment, like something happens to Aerith or whatever, boom, comet in the sky.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be
the next part is everything as the comet is coming down and
it's gonna be the worst cliffhanger of ever. It's gonna be insane.
Well, didn't they change something though?
They're changing everything, so it might be getting the fucking sword. But I think it's gonna end in that same spot when they go into
somebody gonna get
was it a temple?
Like, it's gonna be a down.
Wild. They said something wild in the trailer. It was like, I killed Tifa. Like, so who was that?
Yeah.
Or something
he didn't say Tifa. He said her.
He meant Tifa.
Yeah, but I definitely got he was
referencing the fucking.
That's the different timeline thing I'm talking about. Because Sephiroth's supposed to be like the Uni timeline guy. He's probably talking about Zack's timeline. I'm assuming the thing they showed at the start, everyone's dead and fucked up. That's gonna be Zack's timeline.
Yeah.
Everyone except for Cloud is dead, and Cloud's like a fucking barista at Starbucks, and then Zack has to pick him up.
Can I get you a peak drink?
Yeah, he has to go pick them up, and they have to work together to either go back to their own timeline, fix the timeline, or go back to the real one and help him fucking beat Sephiroth. Sephiroth's gonna be
they got a lot of options. Somebody gonna be dead though.
Yeah, Zack's 100% gonna die at the end, but he'll die saving. I wouldn't be
surprised if they kept him.
Somebody's gonna die.
I think Aerith's gonna be dead. Like, he's not gonna meet Aerith 100%.
I mean, Aerith, bro, but they already killed Aerith. Nobody.
If they kill her, they're gonna do Aerith to start, and in his timeline.
If they kill her, it's gonna be at the very end because I feel like too many motherfuckers will complain about the taking the time out to boost stats and get best items, for a character, and then the character dies mid-games, and then
that's 100% gonna be
useless.
Oh, fuck that. That's gotta happen, because that shit hurt. That shit hurt.
If she dies, she's dying at the end, so you don't, there might be, one fight after that, maybe. But they're not gonna do it mid-game and then have the rest of the game. Because, if she's your dedicated healer, who's going to take the fucking spot?
I think they would have big balls if they didn't kill her. I think that would be the more surprising thing.
Yeah, but honestly, when I think about it, I kind of want them to not kill her, but then I realize, if they don't, the backlash that they're going to get is just going to be fucking out.
What if he decides to just fuck everybody up instead of just killing her? They find her praying, right? She's praying. They come down, they stop it. And he's like,
the only one that lives.
And then he just wipes the team and leaves Aerith. He's like, fuck, I gotta find some help. Then time shenanigans.
She just Phoenix
Zack and Cloud from another timeline.
Change the
Zack,
timeline.
Cloud, Aerith, fucking
I mean,
party.
100%. that actually makes a lot of sense. That's probably what's gonna happen. But Zack and Cloud are 100% gonna be at the end fighting Sephiroth.
Oh yeah.
Zack's gonna die, saving the rest of them. But how is it gonna get there? I don't know.
Wait, who's the director for this game again?
The guy who made freaking Kingdom Hearts.
Oh fuck no.
I know, but he's doing a good job so far.
Oh fuck no.
See, Kingdom Hearts is what happens when they make
you did a good job at Kingdom Hearts at first.
Exactly.
See, look, he didn't know Kingdom Hearts was going to continue after
that man. Don't let this man cook, G.
I mean, I would agree with you 100%. Except that
about the kitchen, bro. The skillet is up.
They got a set amount of games. That shit is not going past 3.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
I mean, you got the first part, the second part, then the third part's supposed to be the last
part. You say that until at the end of
I mean, they said that because, man, look, ain't nobody finna be spending this much money to get a complete fucking story. Like,
look, when you say that, but when Cloud wakes up and you find out he's fucking the dude from Bam Rex, Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Oh, don't worry, that's Kingdom Hearts 4, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
You're already fucking that up. Jesus
Christ.
I was be saying that, right? If I don't know who handled the moment-to-moment story stuff, but, like that shit's so good in remake. Like,
who was the guy that
dude, I don't get like emotional or video games at all anymore. But like when fucking like nothing happened, right? Cloud walks up to like he's leaving that fucked up town that Aerith's from. And Aerith pops around the corner, and he just sees, like, a flash of something happening, and it just shows him, like, a tear dropping from his eyes, and Aerith's like, what's wrong? Like, that was good, dude. That's a really good fucking moment. Like, that's crazy. That takes so much subtlety, understanding of what's happening in your story. Like, I don't think they could fuck it up that bad.
So, they also like you.
I mean, yeah, but this game showed what's good about it. It didn't show the good. Imagine they show Cloud walking down a hallway and do nothing. That was the trailer. Imagine that. He got in the high wind and flew around. That would honestly be more exciting than watching this game fly around. I'm not even gonna lie.
Damn.
Like, imagine they did that. No attacks, no spells, no summons, no team ups, no story elements. Walking around. I could talk to this jobber over here and he'd tell me how much he's an asshole.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, like, it's like night and day. You compare, like, I'm thinking about it now. It's like, holy fuck, these people are trash and these people are gods.
But time will tell, man. We're gonna have to find out.
Time will tell. And time was also telling me now we have to wrap this shit up because goddamn, it's too fucking long. But this was a juicy episode.
Hey, we forgot about the Ubisoft game. Where's Ubisoft?
Oh my god,
fuck I forgot about fucking Ubisoft,
we
done. We
going through.
Star Wars games,
bro.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars game look decent.
We're getting hold on. They showed Assassin's Creed. It's gonna be like the old Assassin's Creed. Have fun playing the game about 20 years ago. Star Wars looks fucking good. You wanna know why Star Wars looks good? That's 100% Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's what's left over of it. 100%. That's the fucking skeleton. That bitch reminded me of Jade.
She pulled out the blicky so fast.
Dude, she's just like Jade. It's crazy. The giant robot acts just like the pig dude. It's literally Beyond Good and Evil 2. You're flying out of like in and out of fucking big open world places. They took that shit. Like, we need to reuse these fucking assets, bro. Make this shit the Star Wars game. I don't think Ubisoft has ever. I don't fucking know. Clowns.
That shit's been started and restarted like 5
times.
Too
much ambition
last,
and not enough coordination, I think, is the proper term for that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't think Ubisoft was ever bad, right? Well, they've gotten worse, right? But there was definitely a time where I was like, this is a Ubisoft game. This is going to be sick. Assassin's Creed 2, 1, Revelations 3, 4, everyone. Splinter Cell, everyone. Fucking the Ghost Recon games, everyone. Like, every game they came out with for like a solid 15 years was fucking excellent in my mind, to me. And then all of a sudden, we just stopped making games, right? We made 3 Assassin's Creed games. They're nothing like the other ones. That was weird, but okay. We made a Rainbow Six game, nothing like the other ones. That's fucking weird, but people play it because they're fucking addicts. That's okay, whatever. What the fuck else have they made? For Honor, I think, is still one of the most unique games ever put out in the fucking market, and it still is. It's just microtransactions to death, and that's fucked up. But the actual concept is excellent, super unique.
They still support it, right? Still has seasons going on.
Yeah. What else? I don't even know what the fuck else. Like, those were good games. They've made good shit, and like, I think seeing that Star Wars game, like, that's the Ubisoft I remember. Excellent visuals, excellent looking gameplay. The gameplay looked okay. They didn't show a lot there either. They showed a guy shooting a gun, at least. That didn't look like shit.
It has me curious.
And characters sold it too. I saw a fucking droid in a trench coat. I'm like, that's fucking cool, dude. Like, that's it. Doesn't take a lot. Like, that was a cool design. Having a choice system too, I don't know how relevant that's gonna be. But she said, take this fucking bribe, and you're like, fuck you, bitch, and walked out the door. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Need shit like that. That looked cool, 100%.
Anything else from Ubisoft worth a damn?
Hell no.
Nope.
That's what I thought. All right, boys. we had a good one tonight, you know.
Juicy gaming news, bro. Juicy gaming stuff coming up. I want to fucking have infinite time to play every game. I need to just start making videos, I think.
Do it. You can write that shit off.
Do it. I need to make money first. Do it.
Money.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you guys for joining me with this excellent podcast and being an excellent co-host.
No problem. I love it.
No?
Little shit. Woo!
I'm here for it, buddy. You already know, man. I tip my top hat to you.
Shut your ass up. Damn.
I think with that, we will bid you gentlemen adieu.
Oh, my God.